Hi, and welcome back to Dragon's Duel, and our third of our Championship Games one-shots. This week, we have with us some amazing guests that have been on our show and made some crazy characters, and they're going to play them. So, with me this week, we have, first up, over here, Anita from Critical Misses, playing Astra the Untouchable. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm excited to get started.
Cool. Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about Astra? Anything you can tell
So
us?
Astra is a College of Whispers bard. From what I've been told, we're expected to be in a battle of the bands, but Astra's more of a business woman, maybe the stage manager for the team. Definitely there in the background, cheering everybody on, and making sure that we get our good cut at the door. That's sort of the vibe that I'm going for. Astra's got bright pink hair, is wearing a seafoam green three-piece suit, and does have a drum,
Yes.
but only for emergencies, of course.
Only for emergencies?
Yes, of
I
course.
love it.
As you do, as you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the emergency drum.
It's the emergency
Yeah.
drum. Yeah, of course.
Don't you have one?
I obviously have one. Yes. Always on me.
Right,
All
right.
times. Yeah. I do, actually.
Oh,
I've literally got a drum kit in here. Like, you know.
Yeah, I can see it in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
why did I doubt that?
Yeah. Anyway, it's not put together at the moment. It's just there's bits of it there that I can hear. Yeah, so I totally agree with Astra's lifestyle choices. And that's awesome. Second up, we've got Logan, who's from Brain Adventures podcast, who's also been on the show a few times, was also one of the originators on the show when we didn't have guests, and is playing David Starmaker, which is, if not that's not a David Bowie reference, I don't know what one is, to be honest, but there you go. And look at that beard.
Yes. David Starmaker has a bright pink beard, long purple hair. He comes from a family of artificers, but he's more of an artist.
Yes.
He is
Artiste.
like the merch guy. He does all the designing of t-shirts and firing them into the crowd. But he also is claims to be the producer, even though he's really not. And he's here to have
Hence
a
the
good time and
sunglasses.
just try and launch our band into fame. Yeah,
I
wear
love that.
sunglasses inside all the time.
Oh, yes, like Corey Hart said. Is that right, Corey Hart? I wear my sunglasses at night, so...
That's
I
correct.
can,
Yeah.
so I
A Canadian as well, I think. Is that right, Corey Hart?
Correct. Yeah, Corey Hart's
Yes.
from Montreal, I believe.
Look at I'm firing on all cylinders right now with this sort of info. Why do I know so much about Corey Hart? Have
I know. I was like, you've just crested the level at which I knew about Corey Hart, so it's all on you now.
That's it. That's all I've got.
We're just gonna have to agree.
I only know it because it was in the GTA Vice City soundtrack. It was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, which is a great game. Then this is too much about me. Moving on, Mark from
Hi.
the Cast Eye podcast, playing Fingle the Fantasmagoric.
Yeah.
Who? Tell us a bit about Fingle.
Fingle is a kobold. He is a ranger. He is a swarm keeper.
Yes.
He is also the progeny of Kobold Stevie Nicks, who is their mother. And
He was abandoned by them, though, wasn't he, for
yes,
for
well, he was,
losing the
they
gold
were-
platinum disc?
Yeah, Fingal was kidnapped,
That
you
was it.
see, and then learned that that her parents didn't want them back and were not willing to pay the ransom, even when the kidnappers said, "Listen, just come pick them up. We don't need any money." Kobold Stevie Nicks still said no. So that is where a lot of Fingle's issues
Come from.
come from.
Mm.
Maybe why they ended up becoming evil.
Yes, because we've got actually, we've only now ended up with one evil character in this group because everyone else is good. So that's kind of-
Oh.
yeah. It was going to be more
Somehow.
it was meant to be an even split, but now we've had a few. But now, yeah, we've only got one. So
I mean, we'll see how this plays out.
I mean, yeah, they don't have to stay as they are.
I'll be evil enough.
For everyone.
everyone.
That's good. Okay, good. And then finally, and last but definitely not least, Taylor from the Backwater Bastards playing Boody Cretorian. Tell us about Boody.
Oh my God! Wow,
character.
what can you even really say about? Yeah, tell us about Boody. Well, now kids, sit down and let me take you on a journey. So Boody is the eldritch creation of myself and my colleague Daniel.
Yes.
And Boody is a bard that we have very subtly based on Glenn Danzig, because if you are ripped and a showman, who else
Who else
really
are you?
is there? Who else is there? So, you know, we're gonna ride our 40 charisma all the way through this and hope it's enough. If anything happens, we'll just lie and play guitar about it. You know, and we've brought our fish.
Oh yes, you carry around a mystic fish that you're symbiotically relationship to. This is what we made in our backstory shows. So Mark and Taylor were subjected to the backstory shows, and this is why they have quite deep lore backstories. Your fish is a symbiote were-gorilla.
That's true.
Yeah.
And hopefully nothing will happen that causes that to kick
emerge.
off.
Exactly. I haven't got were-gorilla stats up here.
There's there's definitely a lot going on. Boody has suffered some extreme like head damage, brain damage, so that's why we're not that smart, but boy can we entertain, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I'm very excited to booty my way into this.
Exactly.
So
Awesome.
let's do it.
Let's do it. Awesome. Okay, cool. So that is our characters. They are the GithFits. Yes, it's on the nose.
There you
Yeah, there you go. We did that. As anything, the only person you could be was Henry Rollins. Was the only other person that's pretty tanked and
Yeah.
hard. Do you know what I mean? But they're pretty much the same person in a way. Henry Rollins
Carrot Top.
is Garrett Top.
That's true as
Both
well.
not entertaining nor stacked, right?
Oh no, he's jacked.
Is he?
Carrot Top got huge.
Really? Oh, I did not know
Yeah.
that. Is he
Yeah.
I
entertaining?
feel like he probably had to.
He looks terrifying.
Pause and go Google,
Yeah,
Yeah.
does everyone at home
Bing,
Google?
if you will.
Google some
I
Carrot
do
Top?
want to see that, like
Ask
badly.
Jeeves.
Or look at a contemporary picture of Carrot Top.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Ryan who's gonna edit this. Ryan, just put Carrot Top pictures all over our screen right now, and we'll see what it
Pew,
is.
pew, 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 pew.
So
I'm gonna be real
hair
right now.
stuff
I'm
keeps
not
moving.
seeing. Oh,
Have you found like Carrot Top got jacked or something like that.com?
The
wow.
arms.
Listen, Mark wasn't kidding.
Oh really? Okay.
I was not.
Carrot Top is
Okay.
ready to take you to show you the gun show.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
Yeah.
Right, I want to see this.
These are
Blushing.
canons. See, now I'm doubting my choice, but the thing is that I have the same
Holy
hairstyle
shit.
as Danzig, so I had to go that way.
That's fair. That's legit.
He's also got he's gone a little bit Mickey Rourke, hasn't he? You know what I
A
mean?
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit, but
Ooh.
like, this is wild. I mean, I don't even know.
What you're seeing. You can see your brain trying to figure it out. It's like, yeah.
I'm trying.
found-
I'm impressed.
Well, whilst you're
I
doing
have
that.
found a
Oh yeah, go on.
slightly risque workout photo, and if anyone was wondering, the carrot carpet.
The
does
carrot
match
meets the top
carrot
meets the
traits.
top meets the
Yeah.
bottom. Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
just say that Carrot Top has beautiful eyes? Like, I never even noticed.
They're a lovely shade of blue.
Oh my god.
I love it took him to get ripped for you to realize his eyes were so attractive.
I just saw a picture of them with straight hair.
Oh,
That's not.
that's not right.
This hole is getting deep.
Okay. whilst you muse on that, I'm gonna do a little brief intro onto where the game is, what we're playing. I keep adjusting my hair like every 5 seconds. This really works. This is so useful. There we go. That'll do. That'll work. And then
What's the over/under on you losing that wig before the end of the session?
yeah, exactly. I'll just change literally at break time.
Take your bets
Well,
now.
everyone, I got a haircut.
Yes, I got a
and,
haircut halfway through. Yeah, it's fine. It's bloody hot in here. Yeah, where were we? So,
Last time on Dragon's Duel, Babar the Barbarian defeated his evil brother, Retaxus Rhinooptrix. Once the evil Retaxis' soul was obtained by our crew, our strongest heroes were teleported away to an unknown location. Meanwhile, for old Shella and her wrinkly pirates, upon arriving at Ice Peak Mountain in search of the essence of Olay, discovered they were not the only crew with eyes on this booty. Woodchuck, his owl panda Threeping Wood, and the vampiric pirates are one step ahead of old Shella. Finding that the treasure is being guarded by Varanthar, yet another one of Karatus' dragon converts, the vampires manage to steal the essence, awake Varanthar, and make their escape, leaving the wrinkly pirates to deal with the danger. Yet, with quick thinking, the wrinkly pirates entomb Varanthar, using explosives to seal the cavern he resides, at least for now. Making their escape and setting out to sea, hot on the tail of Woodchuck, the crew quickly catches up. An epic battle on the high seas ensues. The tides begin to turn when suddenly a large yellow cube arises from the depths, adding yet another enemy to the battlefield. Finally, after hours of conflict, the crew manages to slay the vampires, only to move directly onto an angry Varanthar. Dealing blow after blow, the crew emerges mostly whole. However, as with our other groups, as the treasure is in hand, our strongest-willed heroes are immediately transported to... This October 2nd, prepare to get annihilated as Wrinkled Kombucha proudly presents Battle of the Bands at the Skewer Dragon, featuring all of your favorite bands: Acid Splash, Wrath of the Trask, What's the DC, the Spice Girls, and the GithFits. Tickets are only 2 silver pieces. The first 100 beings at the door get a free pint of Natty Mead. Tickets available at your local tavern or at merchant booths. Saturday, the first weekend in October. Brought to you by Wrinkled Kombucha. Get wrinkled.
And that's where we've got to. So where we are tonight with the GithFits is we're rock and rolling. we are rock and rolling, man. Totally. Exactly. So there's a battle of the bands happening just because, you know, it's the end times. Why not have a battle of the bands down the old pub? And so we're at the old pub. And then so we're at the Skewer Dragon. The Skewer Dragon is doing a goth night, battle of the bands. One of those bands is our GithFits, and we're gonna do some rolls to make up some other band names here. See what we can make, or if anyone's got any good ideas out there. So that first up, we're gonna enter into what's it called? In media res. You'll be on stage. You'll be just about to play your first set. You'll be up against another band, and we'll do some dice rolling to see how well you do in this. And if you do well, you'll get points and you'll level up, basically. Okay? Yeah, the whole team will level up. Because I remind everyone at home, there's rules here to level up. If you type in !rules in chat, it will give you what the rules are and how they get points. But these ones will be additional points to that rule set. And because everyone's starting at level 5, and you probably want to be at someone by a level 10 by the time you get to the end, because last time out we had some hags, a dragon, there was potentially a dragon turtle at one point, and a leviathan, so these are the sort of levels you're going to be hitting. There was a Draco Lich in the last episode, so think those levels is where you got to be by the time the 3 hours is up. Okay, is that cool?
Great team.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
Sounds good.
Let's rock.
And then whoever is and then at the end of the game, however you are, if there's only 2 surviving, that's fine. But if more of you survive, because everyone has seemingly survived in these, whoever has got the most levels and the least amount of loss of health will go through to the grand finale. Okay, so 2 people from each of these will go through and be part of affecting this ritual, which will be the sort of grand epic battle. Okay. So yeah, because I can only take 2 of you, because otherwise I'll have 150 people playing this game and I can't handle that. So that's it. I've got some great names. So let's start off then. Let's start some rolls. Let's get everyone just to roll me a D20, and I'll give you some names that you've come up with, some bands here. Okay. So you'll
Ooh,
choose.
I just have a name that I can just give you.
Oh, give me a name for one of the bands then. Go on.
We obviously have to go with the spell Acid Splash for a name because that's a
Oh yeah.
awesome band name.
Acid Splash is a great name for a band. I like that. Yeah. Hi, we're Acid Splash, and we're about to play Prestidigitation. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Okay.
Hamilton is in Acid Splash.
I'm in Acid Splash. Definitely. Yes. They are so like.
Yeah.
That sort of like really bad Motley Crue style sort of like esque band, you know, like a really bad version of Motley Crue. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm about that. Okay, anyone else got any names, or do you want to roll some dice?
I've got a name.
Oh, give me a name. Yeah, let's go. Let's see who else are going to be going with.
Wrath of the Tarrasque.
Wrath of the
Ooh.
Tarrasque. I think Wrath of the Tarrasque
Yeah.
are a deathcore band.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Do they dress as vampires though?
No, they've got Tarrasque masks, all of them.
Yeah,
All different
it's
types, yeah.
definitely like it's definitely one of those Guar type bands where each one has their own Tarrasque sona.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I love it.
Mm, mm.
There's like Tear, Tara, Ask, and no. I'm just coming up with yeah, and okay, I like that. Wrath of the Tarrasque. Yeah, okay, I got it. I'm going for it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any more names? Mark, have you got a name? Have you got a name, or do you want to roll?
The Spice Girls.
Yes. I was weirdly yesterday. We were in. I had to go. My work had a boat trip. We were on a motherfucking boat. Yes, we were. And because our accountant, like, no one in the company owns a boat. We have an accountant who like works, and he's very nice and lets us go on his boat. He's an amazing guy. Love to you out there if you do watch this. I doubt you do. And then anyway, we were on his boat, and on the way back, we were listening to we do like a party bus on the way back where we just all like Spotify playlist it. And it was just like we were just going like getting like some dirty beats, and then we thought we need to like curve all this, and someone said, "I got the song," and then he went, "Tell me what you want, what you really, really want," like that, and I was just like, it was so perfect.
The dirtiest beat.
Yeah, the dirtiest
Yeah.
beat,
True.
100%.
Some
Yeah.
would say the dirtiest beat.
The dirtiest beat. So the Spice Girls,
dirtiest.
are they just the Spice Girls, or is this
Yeah.
they're just the Spice Girls.
Straight
Yeah.
up. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sporty, scary,
I
baby.
love it. I love it.
I completely agree with this decision.
Okay, and we need one
On
more.
board.
We need one more then. Taylor, come on, you give me one then.
We just talked about AC/DC. What's the DC?
What's the DC? What's
the
the DC?
That's
the
a D&D
DC?
band name.
Yeah. Okay.
There you
I'm trying to
go.
think. What is their music type? What's the DC? Are they like Matchbox 20 sort of music, or are they more like folky?
I mean,
What are we going for? Yeah.
like they can't be harder than us.
No, definitely not. No.
No one. I mean, the Spice Girls are currently our nemesis. I would say like
String
competitively.
quartet, because
Yeah.
I feel like they're a string quartet.
They
Yeah,
could- they
like
could
a
be
like
alternative-
They don't
apocalyptica,
belong
like
here.
extreme cello.
alternative Christian rock like DC Talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it.
Ooh.
Extreme Christian metal. I love it. Yes.
But I guess it would be like Torm. Like
Oh
a-
god.
Torm. I don't
Torm
know
rock.
Torm. I don't know that.
Torm, the god of justice.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Torm rock.
Hand.
I like that. I
Alright,
like
yeah.
that.
Okay. So they're sort of all dressed up like paladins.
Yeah.
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 They're
In
all
fact,
dressed-
the band is entirely paladins.
yes, the whole band is all
Yes.
paladins. Everyone
Yeah.
gets blessed.
No bard.
Yeah.
For the light.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
End times. Only we can save you. Repent.
I was now thinking it was going to be a bit
For
more like Enigma.
Muhammad!
Do you know Enigma?
Oh jeez.
Do you know who I mean? Do people know that band?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, band. It's a French guy, but yeah, it's cool. So like, oh, it's a lot. It's famously in what was it? It's in that scene with Robert Downey Jr. When he played in the beginning of Pineapple Express. Is it Pineapple Express? Yeah.
Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder. Yeah. It's in that. Right. Okay. Fine. Well, I didn't need to roll any dice. There were some great ones on here. The Pointy Curtains. The Charlie and the Goblins. Strong Knot. Anyway.
Okay. I love that. I love a good.
Charlie and the Goblins.
Yeah.
That
Charlie and the
could be a
Goblins.
band name for reals.
That could be a band name for reals. Okay, cool. All right. Well, then you will be battling against these four bands. So I will bring up the map on the screen. So yeah, this is the gig set. So people can put yourself on the band on the stage, which is the sort of like where obviously the stage is on the map. if you put yourselves where you think you are, like where you think you're battling, where you think your positioning is. Who's the front man? Is it Boody or is Astra the front person? Front person.
Astra is definitely the stage manager and is making sure that everyone is in their places and looking good.
Everyone's just dressed to the nines, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right.
How do we make ourselves
Oh,
on
yes,
the
sorry.
map?
How do you make
That's
yourself?
me coming in with that 3 intelligence. Don't worry about it.
Okay, fine. Who's the dragon? I love it. Is that Fingle?
That's Fingle.
All right. Okay, cool. Right.
Okay, cool.
Shrink them down again. Shrink them down a little bit.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because they should be.
But in
fine.
Fingle's mind, although they're only
Everyone's
3
chosen
feet
like.
tall.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's made like really chosen like really massive tokens. I love it.
Our vibe. That's our vibe.
I like it. Who's the big mouth? Who's the big?
Oh, I pulled that out too. I didn't know how to put it back.
Okay, fine. I will do that. That's fine. I'll move it. Okay, cool. Who else have we got? Is anyone else out there? Who's?
I'm the air swirl.
Okay, air swirl.
I'm behind our bard with
Yeah.
the t-shirt cannon, like firing t-shirts into the crowd over top.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll put
With my homemade t-shirt
I
cannon that doesn't
figured
work
it
so
out.
well.
Yeah, is that you, the ghost figure? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna make you 5 feet as well, and that's Boody. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Boody.
Let's do
And then is
that one.
Oh, cool.
The little mask.
Ooh.
We'll go for Astra.
Awesome.
many
You
cool
chose the only
ones.
one that's the right size, Astra. Thank you.
Ah,
That is
No, there were
big
sizes.
producer vibes.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome.
I'm the producer. They're the manager.
Producers and managers. What's the difference, right? It's like what's it? Managers and agents.
David fully doesn't know because he only ever says he's the producer. He never does anything.
Okay, so up first is going to be the Spice Girls. How the heck do I do a token for the Spice Girls?
The spice pouch right here.
yeah, there's that pouch.
Oh, yes, that is
There you go.
perfect. There we go. So the Spice Girls are going on the other side of the stage at the moment. We'll go up against. Actually, we leave the Spice Girls to the end. They'll be your arch nemesis. We'll start with Acid Splash.
Yeah.
Splash, who are going to be little rogue symbols. How about that? Yeah, we'll do some rogue symbols. So this is
The Spice Girls are going to be the hardest.
they are going to have the highest DC, definitely. So
Obviously, yes.
So how this is going to work is I'm going to ask you to give me like I want each of you to roll a d20, and then from that you can choose whatever the highest one is. You can choose as your difficulty setting, like how difficult the song is, like on your repertoire, and then you can choose, and then you can do a few other things to sort of either lower the DC of theirs and up your score. So like if you say like make a skills check based idea. So if you want to make just a charisma, like I'll go around each of you, but it would be like Boody. You could say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just play my guitar amazingly, and I'm gonna do like a kick-ass solo in the middle of it, or I want a performance check. Or David could be like, I turn the cannon on one of the acid splash people and shoot them in the face, and you can make an attack roll. Do you know what I mean? So stuff like that. So whatever you feel necessary that you want to do to make the characters work. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give the acid splash a roll. Then I'm going to roll live. Let's do that, and I'll find out what their DC is going to be. So I'll give them each a roll. So, okay, so they've got that. Okay, so that's I've got what their DC is. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but they're going to play a kick-ass tune. It's a pretty good tune. I'll say that at least. So what are you guys going to do to sort of like build your music up, because you're sort of battling at the same time?
David is gonna take out some black glitter and sprinkle it over their lead bard and cast guidance.
Oh, over their lead bard?
No, ours.
Oh, ours. Okay. All right. Okay, so over Boody. Okay, Boody gets guidance.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay. All right then. Cool. Go around. Anita, what's Astra gonna do?
Astra is just sort of talking smack off to the side
Yeah.
at their lead and just like heckling and
Oh,
chirping and
yes.
beaking at them.
Okay. Cool. Do you want to? You can either use vicious mockery, or if you want to just make a performance check or intimidation.
Well, if I could do this for a minute uninterrupted, I can inspire fear in their heart.
Oh, do it. Yes, you can do that. Yes. The song's going to last more than a minute. Yes.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
That goes with the suit in a big way.
Do I have to roll anything for that, or is it just immediate?
Yes.
Yeah. What do I need to do?
So the words of terror
Mhm.
is a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, where are they? Here we are. Wisdom saving throw. They have a wisdom of +0. They rolled a 6.
Yeah, that does not make it. So
They
they are not aware that I use this ability, and they are frightened of. Let's say they're frightened of our lead.
Ooh, okay, fine. So they cannot move near them. They cannot take any attacks against them. I think, is that right? Or with disadvantage if they wanted to, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
become frightened of you or another creature of your choice. So the fear condition.
Yeah. Disadvantage. Creature can't willingly move closer. Yeah, disadvantage on ability checks. Okay, fine. So when they make their ability checks, then I will take disadvantage. Okay, they got disadvantage. Cool. Fingle. What's Fingle gonna get up to?
Fingle, one thing I forgot to mention about Fingle is that they are surrounded by a swarm of hummingbirds
As you do.
Oh.
Yeah,
that
cool.
Fingle has taught to drink blood.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are evil hummingbirds.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They're like
hell.
tiny vampire hummingbirds.
Tiny
They
evil
should be afraid of
vampire
us.
Yes.
hummingbirds. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? The
And,
Spice Girls are going to have a wisdom score of 100, by the way. You know that.
And Fingle is doing some very like Iggy Pop type stuff. He's
Oh,
like
yeah.
rolling around
Yes, really
in
active.
broken glass on the stage, and the hummingbirds are flitting around, and their little hummingbird tongues are coming out and licking the blood
Can you make an
on
attack
Fingle's
roll?
chest. I think Fingle's on board with it, so
Yeah.
it's just part of their thing.
Okay, so it's not an attack.
It's called Fingle. No,
Okay.
okay,
cool.
he's just
So I will
like an intimidation type thing.
Yeah,
perhaps?
yeah. Give me what do you use for your spell? Is it wisdom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
What's your wisdom
But I would-
DC?
My wisdom DC is a 8.
8. Okay, I'll see if I can
Eight.
beat an 8 because they might see this. I'm just gonna see because this is your spell cast. Is that how you control your swarm? Is with your wisdom, I imagine, isn't it?
I mean,
Yeah.
for my swarm,
I think-
yeah, I guess
yeah.
the DC for my swarm would be.
Okay, they rolled a 15. So what's happening is your little vampire hummingbirds are looking really pretty, and they're just kind of like they're not intimidating them enough. They're kind of they're not quite aware of the danger that they're in. You know, they're sort of seeing this as actually quite a sweet. Oh, they're just enhancing our show. This sort of coloured of the animals that because they kind of got beautiful like plumage, haven't they? So they're sort of like flying around in amongst them, and it's actually enhancing their set, if anything, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna up their DC by 2 for that one.
Does that give me though? I just thought of this. Does that give me points for first blood?
You didn't make
For drawing blood of myself?
Ooh, I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Hey, all right.
You get +5. There you go. All right. And then finally, Boody. What's Boody gonna do?
Boody is gonna start out mild because you
Okay.
don't, you don't kick off
Yes.
with your single, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and we're not bothered by these people, to be fair. So we're gonna perform,
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
and by that I mean Boody is going to cast Mage Hand
Yes.
to take the fish
Yes.
from his jar. And like Mage
Parentheses.
Hand is gonna bring the fish all over the audience.
People love the fish. All right. Roll me a charisma performance check for that.
Ba-da-da. So I am using right now the modifier for a 30 charisma instead of a 40. Is
okay.
that
Just add
what
up.
we want to do?
Just add, no. Go to 40. Just go to 40.
Okay.
You got a 40 legitimately. You literally embodied Randy Savage to gain that 40, so you gain it. If you weren't there out of context, that's random, but if you were there, it makes a lot of sense.
Oh no, I
man.
remember how my episode went. I got a 20 by convincing everyone that I should have a 20.
Yes, exactly, which is a perfect charisma. That's it.
So that means that it's really 15
Yeah.
plus 6. So without that boost, I got an 18.
Mm-hmm. But with that boost,
Like 23.
23. 23. Amazing. Okay, so, alright, so you're on 23. So,
Don't forget to add guidance.
and,
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You want, yeah, what's that, +4?
Yeah,
So
glitter.
everybody is singing into the fish.
So what's that? What did you get then with your guidance roll?
It's a
D4.
D4.
Just roll in a D4. So you're guiding this little fish. So this fish is like floating in the air. It's like, it's kind of, I'm imagining like they've got like shitty strobe lights that are like doing through the mist, and it's kind of catching the fish as it's like goes
Glitter.
through this like, and the glitter as well is like flowing down, and it's sort of sparkling in the lights. And everyone's like, the fish! They brought out the fish to the first song! Oh my god, it's amazing! Yeah. Has the fish got a name? Has the fish got a name?
We were calling it wishes, I think, or something.
Wishes. Oh yeah.
Wishes.
Oh my gosh, you've got your wishes chart. Shit, I need to get my wish table up as well.
Oh my god.
Yeah, shit.
There's also that. Like,
Yes. I forgot this. Yeah.
would it be ridiculous to assume that maybe like the fish is acting like a microphone, and when they sing into the fish's mouth, it amplifies?
Are you saying that it's a prestidigitation attack?
I know. I was...
Prestidigitation.
My God.
Oh, 5 points. 5 points already to Anita for that one. 100%. 100%. I'm going to say, because you're in a symbiotic relationship with this fish, that when you speak, you can you can link your mouth to their mouth, and they just amplify what you're saying. So Boody's voice is just coming out, like, and it's coming out the gills, so it's got, like, surround sound within it, because it's kind of got, like,
Stereo.
this way, and it's, like... It's quite if you're in the middle of this, it's like, what's that new Dolby Sonar, whatever it's called, the new Dolby stuff? Atmos. They're getting Dolby Atmos right now with this, yeah? My gosh,
This is
Boody was like,
incredible.
right next to me, yeah, the fish. Wishes the fishes was there. So with that, I'm going to give you a +3 to any roll that you make when you make your rolls, okay? Okay, so that's what you've done to like try and affect it. I now need each of you to roll me a performance check, okay? Oh, it's so quiet.
Come on.
Wait, do I do another one or not me?
No, you can roll again. This is just now for like, this is just how well the song is going. So these are all the things you've done to try and affect the song. So you've given yourself boosts, like however you boosted. Or negative theirs, or plus theirs, and then they'll make their roll.
16
I rolled
from
a-
Fingle.
16.
15 from Astra.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Awesome.
13 from David.
13 for David. Yep. Taylor?
32.
32.
And that is not plus guidance.
That's not plus guidance. So plus that
So
guidance.
I guess 35.
35.
I don't
I
even
think
know what
guidance
to
can
do
only
with
be used
rolls
once
like
per
that.
cast.
Oh,
right?
it can only...
Wait,
this
if
is
that...
a new roll. Oh, is that right? Yeah, I think it is.
Can
Only.
I cast
mean, I
guidance
don't-
again?
I don't need
No,
it.
you don't get it. So it's just 32. Okay, plus 32. Right, so you've beaten... So okay,
I'll
fine.
be okay.
I'm going to roll for them, so they're going to get their rolls now. Okay.
My brain can't even really, like,
Oh.
comprehend.
Okay, basically, they end up with a 15 average. You three of you beat their DC. And they got disadvantage on that one as well. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, still, it was a 15. So they get so they do a pretty good song, right? They're coming out pretty strong. Okay, it's like it's better than average. 15. It's a good set. The main person is just like pretty freaked out though by Boody's, like with the fish. The fish is freaked. Maybe he's got like a fish like thing, like phobia, and that's what freaked him out. That's how it's like you've sort of whispered into their mind, the fish is gonna eat you. It's gonna like something like that, and it's got into their brain. But the cool little birds help boost them along a little bit. Unfortunately, even though they got like bites, but it's making them like maybe they're bleeding a little bit, which is kind of adding to their like cool factor. I don't know. Yeah, but then the rest of you just turn up, and David's doing okay, but then Anita and Astra and Fingle blast out some pretty good backing tracks to this. The drums are just like epic sort of like art rock sort of drums, you know, the sort of like off beats and ghost beats going on there. Fingle is just laying down some backing vocals a la Stevie Nicks, just like a whirlwind dove sings the song, sounds like she's singing. Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Ooh baby. And then Taylor as Boody then just like commands the stage. This fish is in the middle of it's grown in size to like a blue whale, sort of like miniature blue whale, like you're at the National History Museum sort of thing. It's a massive object in the sky. It's booming out this music. They can't compete with this. You've doubled their DC. Whoa! It's just epic. Amazing. And that's the first one down. And basically the crowd just go wild. They're just like, GithFits, 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 splash your acid somewhere else. Boo, splash
your acid somewhere
The
else.
audience just cast Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, they did. Yes, exactly.
We don't even have to.
Unfortunately, the band's trying to go to the other side of the stage where the where the green room is, but the lead can't because he's frightened. So he gets off stage and goes round the long way because he's too afraid of Boody. Because he's frightened, so technically he has to go the long way. But so they're out. So that is it. You've demolished Acid Splash. So next up is I'm gonna skip.
And Fingle says, more like flaccid splash.
Hey,
Ooh.
There we go.
You know what?
Yeah.
Amazing. So I'm gonna have to get Wrath of Tarask is gonna have to be this then, isn't it? So these are the Wrath of the Tarask. Come onto stage next. So they're all like in their Tarask style masks. They've got like boiler suits on in like different like shades of like red and black. I can't get this guy to move in the right person. And yeah, and they sort of, you know, you've seen them before. They've been on the circuit for a while. Sort of doom, you know, we said it like doom goth music, like sort of deathcore.
Fog cloud rolls out.
What'd you say?
A fog cloud just kind of rolls out with them.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they're gonna sort of like yeah, I like that. I'm gonna say what they're gonna have is I'm gonna pick, what do they get? It's gonna be these people. Yeah. Okay, they actually though benefit from pack tactics because they are basically like mini Taras. They've sort of like melded with that sort of mind, so they're gonna get benefits of pack tactics because they're all there. So they all get advantage on all of their rolls when they're in the same zone, okay? And you're aware of their sort of pack mentality, so I'm just sort of letting you know that if there's something you want to do to sort of affect that. So if they're within 5 feet of each other, then they're getting pack tactics, okay? So I'm letting you know that. So yeah, so now I'm gonna roll for their DC. Oh, advantage. Okay, that was bad. Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, there we go. And okay, fine. So yeah, they're averaged not very high. Okay, fine. That's their DC. I've got their DC down. So now I'll go around in alphabetical order as usual. Astra then. Astra. So what does Astra do? These sort of like Tarask masked, boiler suit dressed crew come on.
Big is the stage.
I don't know for sure. I can measure it though. Let's measure it. It is 45 feet.
45 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have a spell that is a 30-foot cube.
Okay, yeah.
And I'd like to sort of angle it over top of them and towards the backstage area.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't hit the crowd.
Okay, yeah, cool.
But it hits them.
It hits them, but not the crowd. Yeah.
I would like to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Oh, I love it. Okay, cool. What's the DC for that?
The DC is a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Again, they haven't got very high wisdom. Oh, I didn't mean from that right. Okay, I'll roll for all 4. They've got advantage though. Oh, one got a natural 20. Another one gets 10. That's 10, a natural 20, a 7, and a 9. So a 10, a 7, a 9, and a 20.
So yeah, everybody but one is incapacitated and has a spirit of 0.
So basically so all of them are just like looking. They just come in and people think this is part of the act, maybe a little bit, but one is starting off, so it's like becoming a solo performance. So it's all down to this one character now. Who's going to have to be against them? Okay, so that's good. That's amazing. All right, well that's good.
So it's a minute. It lasts for a minute.
A minute.
So he's gonna have to carry that entire band for a minute.
Okay, so we're going to say the songs are about 2 minutes. So the first half of the song, there is no band apart from this one guy trying to solo it at the time. Okay, cool. David Starmaker, what are you going to try?
David is going to start dancing to our music, and he's going to pull out 3 glow sticks on strings and start like swinging them in circles.
Yes.
And use them to cast a magic missile at the one band member that is not hypnotized.
I love it. But by magic missile, you mean t-shirt cannon?
No, I'm just throwing the glow sticks at him.
Oh, you're throwing the glow sticks at him. Sorry, yeah, great.
I like spin them really fast and cool, and then
Yeah.
I just like fling them one at a time.
Amazing.
And they just like
Alright.
boom, boom, boom.
Do it. Give me the... It's an automatic hit, isn't it?
Automatic hit, yeah.
Automatic hit. So what's the damage?
Let me
They ain't got a lot of hit points.
3 force damage, and I'm gonna try and
Okay.
push them away from like the other members of the band,
Oh, okay,
possibly off the stage if I can.
Okay, push the one off the stage.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
just try and knock them off the stage.
All right. Okay, so do I have to take a DC off that, or do they just do it?
That's not a thing that it does. It just does force
Okay,
damage.
fine.
so
I'm
I
gonna
was
say,
like,
give me then. Just give me what's your spell attack modifier? Just do that roll with the spell spell attack.
-3.
Okay. Do it.
Okay. I know it's 0, so that's 5.
5. Unfortunately, you try and push them, but you just nudge them a little bit, and that's it. It doesn't do it. Not enough power in the swing, but. They still lose some health, which means it's sort of like, I'm gonna say that takes -1 off their DC, because like halfway through the song, he suddenly gets hit by how many of them? Is it 1 or 2 or 3?
3. Oh, I
3?
didn't deal damage. I only did damage for one of the
Oh.
darts. Let me do the other 2.
Oh crap! Fuck.
And rolling. So that's another 9 damage.
9 damage. Ooh, right, okay. Not looking very good. Bloodied is what I'd say. So in the middle of the song, right at the beginning, comes on stage. Suddenly the rest of the band members just don't start. So they're just like start singing on their own, blah, blah, trying to just like pig grunt into the mic. But it's just on their own. It sounds really weird. They're suddenly just getting battered by these glow sticks and start blood coming out of their face, and people are like, they're kind of, people are confused, I'd say, more than anything at this moment in time. They're like, they are a death metal band, deathcore. Maybe this is what's meant to happen, but yeah, okay, cool. Fingle, what's Fingle gonna do to this poor band?
Fingle is going to remove or attempt to remove the the Tarrasque mask
Oh yeah,
off of the lead singer.
yes, and reveal that it's
with
Carrot
his-
Top.
Yeah, and reveal that it is in fact Carrot Top.
Not buff. Carrot Top.
Morris P. Johnson, which is Carrot Top's real name.
Oh no.
I made that up. I don't know what Carrot Top
Is
is.
it? I totally believe that.
It's not.
Okay.
I did
It's not,
too.
It could be Morris P. Johnson,
I was like, what an unmasking.
right? And then we would have gotten away with it too. If
Whatever.
it wasn't
I
for
believe
you
it.
Vampire hummingbirds.
Go on.
Yeah. So the my mage hand is actually like my hummingbirds.
Okay.
They flit over towards
just
Carrot Top and remove his mask,
okay. I
showing.
need you to make me a spell check and like a check. I know you've got bad wisdom, so
Yep.
Don't we all?
do we all? I think
What would it be, like a ranged?
It's
I guess
best.
spell attack.
yeah. Spell attack. Just make spell attack.
A 7.
A 7. I think what with a 7 you get it just like it's not a high DC. You need to just go over 10. But I'm saying with a 7 you sort of pull it. It's out of shape. It's not on properly. It's sort of sideways on their body, and so it's looking a bit weird. But it hasn't come off and revealed their real identity because they're on.
Any have advantage for me hitting them?
Oh, go on then. Go on then.
What if I? Yeah. All right. Advantage.
Yeah.
Here it comes. A 14.
And so it goes sideways, and suddenly you feel this energy and you go boom, and you rip it off, and suddenly it's not Carrot Top. It's even worse than that. It's no, I can't think. It is Carrot Top. They're out, and their voice. They realize that the voice box is in the Terrasma, so it just becomes like this like really high pitched, really sort of like just not gothy at all sort of sound, quite chorally music. And they're just embarrassed now. They're just like, the music's just gone, that they're in disarray. I'm going to say that takes a good 2 more off there, so they're down. Their DC's very low now. Okay, finally, Boody. Boody, what does Boody do?
Are any of them left on the stage?
Yeah, so now this one runs off the stage, just like the other 3, they all sort of just start to wake up from this hypnotic pattern, and they're like, where's Morris got? What do you call him? Morris P. Johnson?
Morris P. Johnson.
Yeah, where's Morris PJ gone? Where's PJ?
MPJ.
PJs, they just start trying to play the music, but there's no singing now, it's just backing track. It's like an instrumental piece. Yeah, so that's it.
Embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
This is a battle of the bands.
Exactly.
You know, I'm allowed 1 attack per action.
Okay.
And the action in combat that I would like to select is improvise. But depending on how you interpret it, you could potentially use an object. Yeah, I would like to pick up the closest band member to me.
Yes.
And like deadlift them so that everyone can kind of see how cut I am. And then throw them at their bandmates. Maybe to knock them away.
Like a 10-pin
bowling.
Okay, yeah. Alright. This is not this is the second time 10-pin bowling has happened in one of these one-shots. So, you know. We had a Warforged who was a broken record player that cannoned himself into some vampires. So, yeah. Let's do this. You give me a strength roll.
Okay.
With advantage. Go on.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna roll it in the right place. Not over there. Oh, okay. I got a 22.
22. Just easy as pie. You just one-handed pick them up. Like even you're just deadlifting them with one hand whilst you're still like doing finger does anyone know Mario de Pateo? He does the double neck guitar. It's quite famously you're just like finger picking the solo, right? You're just doing it all on.
Play guitar with them.
Yeah, and then just mash them and then just chuck them into the crowd, into the other bandmates. They all tumble over like the scene in Back to the Future, and 2, I think it is, or Back to the Future 1, and all the references here, and yeah. And I think they're decimated. Their DC is now 1. So just give me the roll for how well the band does anyway, for how well you play your track, because I'm going to say for your first one you did so well. I'm going to give all of you 10 points. So Anita, you're on 15. Logan, you're on 10. Mark, you're on 15. And Taylor, for the bowling, I'm going to give you an extra 5, so you're on 15 as well. Okay? Doing well.
Sweet.
Okay, so give me your performance checks then. Anita, what's Astra's performance check?
Astra's performance check is only a 12 this time around.
Only a 12. Okay. David, at Logan, what's David's?
Staying consistent with a 13.
13. Mark, what's Fingle's?
5. 5 this
Ooh.
time.
And finally, Taylor, what's Boody's?
29.
29? 29? I mean, I've sort of rigged this game, right? But anyway.
Hamilton, you did this.
I did this. I made this.
Kind of carrying the band.
The thing was, this was originally going to be 2 teams against each other, so you would be battling against one another. So Anita would have had to have.
That would have been so unfair.
But it would have made it so much more tense as well. But there you go. Anyway,
it would have been an honorable death.
It would be.
It's true.
Well, they got a DC of 1, and so you basically all completely obliterate them in this. It's another cracking track. Yeah, I can't sing any of the Misfits songs because they're all pretty like too hardcore, I think, even for Twitch. So
they are a little bit up there.
So we'll just do mother. Da, 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 da,
Tell your children not to walk my way.
Just that's pretty much.
If you want to find hell with me,
I can show you. No, let's not stop now. Okay.
Yep, because I was like, Hamilton, it gets weird after that.
It does. Yeah, they all get very weird.
You can just do like, whoa.
Okay, just make noises and hope it's alright.
Whoa.
It's just like, I was listening to Last Caress the other day and I was like, oh fuck, you really can't. This is just a bad song.
I've been re-listening as well, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no,
man,
it's you forget.
What was I into as a kid?
Exactly,
like,
yeah. This is so. I mean, it's good music. I was in town and I'm in Bath, which is quite a sort of relatively posh town, and then I was like driving around with the windows slightly down so it was quite like warm, and I was like no, I gotta turn this down. I think this is too it's too impolite for everyone.
Too many people are on holiday.
Yeah, too many people are on holiday for them to hear the lyrics to this song. Yes, fine. I'll just put some Awkwafina on instead. Exactly.
Better. That's better.
It is, to be honest.
But you can't deny that it slaps beyond all belief.
It does. Yeah, no, it does. It does.
I mean...
So, with that, you're all going to get another 10 because of your performance was amazing. So, Anita, you're going to level up to 20. So, you're on 25 points. Logan, everyone's going to level up. You're on 20. 25 to Mark and 25 to Taylor. So, you've all leveled up to level 6 based on your performances. I'm giving you... This is some of the ways you're going to do it. Okay.
So, we're leveling now or later?
You can level now if you can, yeah. But however you want to, because it will benefit you.
Is there an easy button on the character sheet for this? I don't use this. I'm old.
Right. There. You just need to go to edit the little.
Okay.
Yeah, and then change.
I was gonna do it that way, and then I was like, "What if
there is no like just
dumb?
level up"? I don't think button.
Where's the button for that?
There is a button off to the side that says Manage Levels.
Oh, really? Damn.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by D&D Beyond. I should know this. It's a great asset. The problem is,
if you just hit the little gear, then there's a little quick button for Manage Levels, and then you can just go from there. And boom, I am already level 6.
Level 6.
Baby.
Yeah, and it should just do average points and stuff like that. Average hit.
For sure.
Hold on, where's that button again?
There's a little.
So by your name, there's a little gear cog.
Yes.
And then click that, and then Manage Levels. It's right under Edit Character.
God, why did I?
I haven't played a character for such a long time. This is why I have no idea how to use it as a character anymore. I only use it as a DM. So, yeah, there's the thing. And yeah, manage levels really easy, super easy. Mm-hmm. Because D&D Beyond is amazingly easy. You should all be using it at home.
You should be. It is very nice.
It is very good.
Me with my 300 post-its is like, this is a lot better.
They don't have a D&D Beyond for Orbital Refuge yet, so that's the thing.
No, we definitely do not. No. We're still on post-its.
So then, with that, the Tarrasques all are carried off stage. They are in a state. None of them died. Actually, wait. I need you to roll me damage for your throw. Could you? What would damage be? Like a D?
Improvise like a D6 or so.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, D6. If you get more than 4, it's a 5. You kill one of the. Yeah. It's not good. One of them, actually, the one that you picked up was looking pretty bad. You threw him into them, they sort of didn't make it as they're getting carried off stage. But fortunately, there are clerics on hand to revive them.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Because this is a mosh pit. The mosh pits get a bit darker in D&D world because people can start putting spells on and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, they get taken backstage to the green room and brought back. They're back to 1 hit point and they're recovering. But you still get first kill, Taylor. So first kill gives you 10 points. So you're on 35.
Oh my glob.
Oh my glob, exactly.
You hear that, Wishes? We're making it.
Was that Cleo or was that Boody?
I know, it just comes out. Booty definitely does not talk like that. It's a lot sexier.
Okay.
But you know what's like really dark is that I just got magical secrets with that level.
Oh, that's cool.
So I can do fireball now.
Oh yeah.
Ruh-roh.
Not that I like
We
should
need
have
this-
any business.
Yes.
But
Yeah. Also, I'll remind you will level up before the final encounter. You will long rest before the final encounter. So I will do that for you. Like you just magically you'll just long rest. You'll get all your spells. So if you want to use all your stuff up before the final encounter, don't worry.
Nice.
Just because I want you to use stuff basically. So don't feel like.
heck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So next up, it's what's the DC? The the sort of Thorm religious rock band coming on. All dressed as paladins. Justice is everything. What's the good paladin? Gauntlet? Yeah, I'd say Gauntlet. Yeah, there you go. They're a 5-piece band.
Wow.
Yeah. How many are in the Spice Girls? Just the 4? 5? 5?
Posh, baby,
Sport.
scary, sporty,
Ginger.
ginger.
5. 5. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this is a 5-piece band now. That makes sense. Yeah. So I was going to make them go up to 6, but obviously Spice Girls don't have 6, so it'll just be 5. So yeah, fine. So they come on stage and they're going to do this. They are a little bit more... They got a bit more to them. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're going to roll. They've got more pluses.
Did they just watch us kill that last guy?
Yeah, and they're all about justice. And they are here for...
Yeah.
So they are seriously not your favorites right now. They...
And I mean, paladins also get that protection aura around them.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
That's understandable.
So, they start off with a good roll. And another good roll. And... Oh, another great roll there. Oh, that is... Yeah. Okay. So they start off with a pretty tasty DC. The song they've chosen is one of their goods. That's what I'm saying. What the DC does. So they've already started with a cracking track, right? And it's one of the fans' favorites. It's Thorm is the word. Yeah, Thorm is the word. It's classic, and it just goes Thorm, Thorm. Thorm is the word. Thorm, like that. Okay. Then everyone's sort of getting it, and it's quite because it's catchy. The crowd are starting to like lose interest a little bit in what you're doing, and they're just starting to go Thorm, Thorm, Thorm is the word, and they're getting into it. So it's now down to you to stop this craziness happening. We'll start then with Astra again. Astra.
All right. So I sort of from one of my earrings, I grabbed like a chip of mica off of it, and I would like to cast Shatter to damage their instruments.
Nice.
Yes. Is there a spell I have to DC for Shadow?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
It says creatures made of inorganic material make that with disadvantage, but any non-magical item that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay, so I need to... Alright, so I'll roll for their con, and that will then damage their instruments. Okay, cool, I like it. Alright. 12 plus 2, 14? For the first one.
14 does not make the save.
Ooh, second one, 15.
15 does not. My spell save is 16
Okay,
for
16.
ease of use.
That's a 12, and then another 15. So they all fail. So all their instruments... Oh, there's one more, isn't it? It's 5. Yeah, doesn't make it either. They all fail. They all just go. Does it do anything else? What else does it do?
It does 11 points of let's see, what type of damage is that again? Thunder damage.
Okay.
And I think I do that like with just like a crack of the drum, which also brings the crowd's attention, that really loud booming
Yes.
noise, back to us.
I like that. So I'm gonna say they lose one from their. They lose two. I say lose two from their DC already from that. So you've dropped down the musical ability, and you've sort of gathered the crowd back to you. I like it, like a boom, massive sort of crack. That sort of like, and the shockwaves go out, and then they just like start. They're all made of tin as well, so they're all like in their shells, like it's like rattling inside their.
Yeah. I want to say that it was like a crack of the drum and like an overdriven guitar riff at the same time. That just like the crowd comes and looks at us.
I love it.
Ooh.
I love it. And all that. Fortunately for their song, it's a very vocal heavy song, so they can still keep it going. And then one of them's gonna break into some beatboxing to help it going along, because why not? Because they were all in those glee clubs, you know. Before.
Of course.
Yeah. And it's still working, but it's not working as well. You've definitely gathered the attention is shifting back, so I like that. Okay, cool. David Starmaker. What does David Starmaker do?
David sees this attention shift and pulls out a 1-foot staff and just yells, "Rock!" And the pole extends to 10 feet, and he's hanging on to the top of it, so he gets launched 10 feet in the air, and he casts Mirror Image, creating 3 duplicates of himself up in the air.
Okay, but with that, I'm upping your. Everyone who rolls can add +2 to their roll. Okay, whenever you make your rolls at the end. Okay, that's cool. Awesome, I love it. All right, Fingle. What does Fingle do?
Fingle, being put off by this Torm Rock, is going to cast Summon Beast.
Yes.
And he's going to summon a creature familiar to him from the Underdark.
Yeah.
A Bulaziao.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm saying that.
How do you
It's
spell that?
Bulezeau.
B-
It's
B-E-U.
it's an incarnation of chaos and evil. It's a demon.
A bit.
It's a manifestation of animalistic rage, and Fingle is just going to hop on its back and kind of like throw up the devil horns, and behind him, his vampire hummingbirds are going to like little drones form a 666 over their head.
Bloody hell. Okay, I love that. Can you just spell that creature again so I can have the stats for it?
B-U-L. Oh, sorry. It won't have those stats.
Okay.
It will have the stats of a bestial spirit.
Oh, okay.
But that is just the creature that it looks like.
Oh, okay,
Very
fine.
like
That's fine.
demonic looking,
Awesome.
edgy.
It's just,
edgy,
and it's part of your
atheist
set. It's just
teenager.
there to like
Yeah.
sort of be part of the set. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna-
just
yeah.
trying to be as like
Give me a perform. Give me like
stately as I can.
an intimidation check
All right.
or a performance check. Your choice, actually.
Yeah, it's a performance.
Okay,
Let's
let's go for that. Yeah.
That's
That's
21.
definitely-
21. Okay, fine.
21.
You can add now +4 to your rolls when you make your rolls. Okay. All right.
Excellent.
Awesome. Okay, fine. And then finally, Boody. This is like the best that you did the right thing that they should have done in Spinal Tap with the Stonehenge instead of being it like a 2-foot. If everyone's seen that, it's a 2-foot one. You've actually got the proper size Stonehenge there. You actually got it right this time. If you failed that, you actually just got like a tiny little like Pomeranian or something that came in instead. Be the modern equivalent. Okay.
Pomeranian with bat wings glued on.
Yes. Oh man, I
So-
love that movie.
I just want to confirm something.
Yes, confirm.
These are paladins, right?
Uh-huh.
Like plate wearers.
Yep, plate mail. Yep.
Cool. Well, everything's looking great. We've got the beast.
Yeah.
We've got the mirror image super pole.
Yeah.
We've got like the shattering all over the stage of the
Yes.
instruments. And I feel like visually, even despite the chaos of this, we have all managed to kind of align.
Yeah.
Like, you're seeing the super pole.
Yeah, it's like all,
because
as
that's
that
the
went
highest
up,
point.
Yeah, as that went up, the beast is like in the middle of the three, like they're sort of surrounding it. Sort of, yeah. Like so they like
And the beast is like the middle-sized thing in this equation. So you've got the beast, and you've got Fingle, and you've got like the shatter everywhere, and you've got like this like earring situation, this like ultimate pose. People are seeing this and going, "We know that they did that." We saw. And Boody is as the smallest thing, I would think, in scale-wise, is going to kind of move to the front of this. You know, songifying with passion. And cast heat metal on these paladins.
Yes. Yes, I love it. What is there a spell save for that, or is it just is there any save?
Let me read it. It
love
looks
it.
like
A save to not drop the armor.
Yeah. Is that
it's
it?
just so terrible. Choose a manufactured metal object like a weapon or a suit of heavy or medium metal armor. Kids, leave your plate at home.
2d8 fire damage.
Yeah, that we can see within range. So they're gonna glow red hot, and
2d8.
anybody in physical contact will take 2d8 fire damage.
All right, can you roll me the 2d8 then? See how much damage they take.
I will do that.
So they
God.
already.
Okay. Oh man, so I got a 5 and a 4.
9.
And I'm still allowed to do a bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burr, burr, burr. Which I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. I'm surprised it hasn't come out yet. Like this is.
I know. Well, because at first I was holding it, and then I was like, because it's like you only have 10, right?
Yeah.
Like, so I was like, I don't want to waste them this early in the game, because I always do that. I blow all my cool stuff.
Waste them.
But it's okay. I've got 10. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna use it. I'm actually gonna throw it. Does it matter who I give it to? Like, I can just throw it to somebody?
You just need to throw it
Like-
to someone. Choose someone to give it to.
Okay, I want to throw it up to Fingle on the beast.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah.
For them to use at their own discretion.
Okay.
But just gonna like
By
like
the
a
way,
pyrotechnic.
That counts as a healing spell as well. So you gain on another player. So you gain 5 points.
I was gonna do healing word because I was like, I'm gonna be the ultimate support. But
Yeah,
then
'cause
I
it
was like,
counts
I
as
don't think
supporting.
we've gotten hurt yet.
It counts as supporting your other players. So yeah, I'll give you that. That's cool. Okay.
Heck
Does
yeah.
guidance count for that too then?
It does actually. Yeah. When did you got that? Yes, you did that twice or once.
That's true.
Once
Once
the
at
beginning.
25.
That's true.
25. Yeah. So you're on 25. Oh, Taylor, you've just leveled up to level 7.
Oh my god. Whoa. This is the like fastest leveling I've ever done in my life.
That's the whole point in this game.
I am feeling it.
Everyone else is on 25, Taylor's on 40. That's just because you killed someone. Which is not a good
Killing
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't brag about that.
Sorry,
Pay
yeah,
attention,
no.
kids.
This is the last time you guys are invited to Battle of the Bands.
Bands.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it. So I now need you all then to roll me your performance checks. And they're going to
You get +4, right?
Yeah.
And we add an extra plus 6
4.
to it?
4.
Or plus 4?
+4.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 26 for David.
Ooh. 12 for Fingle.
22 from Astra.
Yeah.
33 from Boody.
23.
33.
33. And sorry, so I got 26, 22, 33. I missed out one. What was it?
12.
12. Did you use your bardic inspiration?
Not yet. Is it a D6 or a D8?
What is it yet?
Uh,
Is it sticky?
I believe it's a D8 at this level.
Yeah.
But let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, 1d8.
Then that is a 19.
Nice.
19. Plus 11. So, oh, well, that's easy. Oh, okay, so you got an average of that. Let me just see. You got an average of 25. they roll bloody high, okay? Because they've got oh, okay, fine.
We
You
have
still
a
beat them.
magical fish.
Yes.
I was like, we all rolled pretty good.
Okay, so you got an average score, but they did lose points as well. But yeah, so and you did score, so it was basically 25 to 19 was what it ended up being, and you still so they did still a good set. So thumb is the word was like getting a lot of traction, even though they were like heating up and like. You know, they were still like using that. They're paladins. They kind of don't mind the pain. They see that as part of their penance or something. I don't know. You know, they sort of like they feed off it, and that sort of invigorates them enough. But it's not enough visually. That's the thing. They're giving the music, they're giving the sound, and the sort of cohesion in there. Sort of like, but what is happening on stage visually is just people can't take their eyes off it. There is 3 David Starmakers in all their colourful glory. There is a kobold riding a beast. There is this little ear twitch that is like shattering the other people's everyone knowing that's happening with this amazing drum beat. And Boody I forgot what you've done now. So much has happened.
Like, I'm stunting in the front of this like absolute.
That's it.
Just this
Just
ridiculous
stunting out.
spectacle.
Yeah, exactly.
And like throwing up a bardic inspiration.
Yes, exactly,
I would like to
inspiring.
imagine that there's like a tiny spark and there's like a whole and
around
like
the
this
guitar,
extreme...
all these little like electrical bolts kind of like fly out and like wisp around Fingle and the Beast, and they're sort of like floating around, giving this sort of like extra dynamism. People are
and
just
Fingle glows.
Yeah.
Fingle and the Beast is almost a bad name in itself.
Yeah, that's when he goes on his side project.
That's a
Right?
side project.
Hello
Fingle
to
and
her.
the Beast.
Yeah, and the Beast. Fingle the
Yeah.
Fantasmagoric and the Beast. I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's it right there. I want a t-shirt of that.
Yeah.
Beast.
Damn, I got some gift making, some t-shirt making to do. Okay, so, I mean, they're just gone. Everyone's just like, it's still again, GithFits, there's like 1 or 2 going, like, you know, what's the DC, what's the DC? No one's caring about them. They're just getting like ushered out of the way. And that's it. But up now is your main and ultimate rivals for the prize. It's the Spice Girls. Okay, so
My old arch nemesis.
so they're going to have
Nemesis.
pretty similar stats. Those people had a plus 10 to their roll. These are going to get a plus 15, the Spice Girls.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you want to start taking them down. You want to start taking that down already. Where's the little spice bag? Here we are. Here they come. Here they go.
Their lead used to be in the GithFits and then left us and
Ooh.
took our like best songs.
Who was it? Which Spice Girl was in the GithFits?
Oh,
Baby.
it sounds like that sounds like a baby thing to do.
Baby, yeah. Bloody Emma Bunton. What are you doing?
It does. Yep.
Okay, Baby. Baby Spice is your arch nemesis, okay? I'm going to say that then...
Oh my gosh, are they all Dragonborns except for Baby Spice as a Kobold?
Okay, why? Why would they be?
Because they're the Spice Girls, they breathe fire, but then like Baby is like small.
Okay.
I thought it was funny.
Okay, I
A
like
kobold is like a baby dragon.
I get it now. Sorry, I was like, what's the Spice Girls connection to kobolds? I was trying to think, is there a song they did about dragons? I can't. Now I get you. Right.
Can you imagine if there was?
Okay.
Could you imagine dragons?
Ow!
All right.
That's another 5 points.
I've made one of them smaller, so it's Baby Spice.
Ah!
That is 5 points, definitely. You need to use
Focus on
30.
killing Baby Spice.
I looked at that and all I could think was like, that's dime bag, and then
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
like from that other band.
Dimebag, isn't it
Dimebag
Daryl?
Girl?
Dimebag Daryl?
Yeah, not whatever you're thinking. It's
Okay. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking anything.
I don't know.
I'm not thinking
I don't know.
anything. So, the Spice Girls come on stage, and they're gonna kick it straight with their favorite, with the fans' favorite. It's Wannabe, okay?
Of course.
It's straight out with Wannabe, and the crowd have just forgot. They've like ignored this. That's it. You realize they thought they were all metalheads, but really, when you start playing the Spice Girls, that inner soul, it just can't help it. You know, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough to get to that song, basically. that's a callback to Mark's episode as well. But yeah, there we are. So what do you do? What do you do? They've got high performance. They've got super charisma. They are a band of booties, okay? They are a band of booty Cretorians, okay? They are all hitting those super numbers, so you've got to do something.
Would you say that these Dragonborn version and Kobold versions of the Spice Girls
Yes.
Are roughly the same relative age that the human version of the Spice Girls are?
Now,
Which means
yeah.
which means like 45 or over.
Yeah. Yes, I would say they are. Yes, they're not in their heyday anymore. They're still
I-
young, but yeah.
I picked this spell purely as a joke, thinking that I would never get to use it.
Okay, go on.
It's called OK Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
Yes, I love it. A spell that we made up. Yes.
So I would like to cast OK Boomer at Baby Spice.
That is
Oh.
savage.
Amazing. Okay, tell me how that
To
works.
make it that. So, OK Boomer is an instantaneous wisdom saving throw, obviously, but I point to a target I see within range, aged 45 or older, or equivalent in the longer or shorter lived races, and say, OK Boomer. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or they become so flustered that they are silenced until the end of their next turn. I want to time that for, like, a key moment in the song, where Baby is, like, in the middle of a verse.
Gonna hit that high note.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
How did you find that spell? Because we had that on the show.
It's in the spell list.
Yeah.
It is. Because I saw it and I was like,
yeah, because the D&D Beyond is shared, all the spells
that we
that
made.
you have created are in the
I
spell
love
list.
it. I love that you took that spell. I just completely was like, how did you have that spell? I was thinking, like, that's so random. But yeah, of course, because it's all shared. Amazing. Okay, so you cast OK Boomer. Amazing. That was made by Stuart. This is Bardcore on Twitter, if you know them. But yeah, they from Dyson Desire, but they did it. Yeah, they made that spell. Okay, fantastic, awesome. Critical moment when it's. Did you say on Scary Spice?
So it's going to be on Baby Spice, as
Baby
Baby
Spice.
is our nemesis.
Okay, fine. Because I was trying to think. I don't know when Baby Spice's part in that song is. I don't know what part of the song. But whenever Baby has her verse, it's when that verse kicks in. They just become stunned.
Well, Baby is right off the top of the song with the "Tell me what you want," which you
really?
really want.
So
Yeah.
oh right. So when they come out, they just go, and everyone's like, and the rest of them are like, "What's happened? What's happened? Tell me what you want," and they just go into it. But it's a stunted performance at the beginning.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's gonna take. It's gonna take it easily because it's the beginning. That's important. I'm gonna say that's gonna take three off their sort of DC, their sort of plus. Okay, fine.
These are the things you Google before you
Yeah.
plan out
This
a battle against the Spice Girls, apparently.
This is prep. This is prep for Spice Girls Battle of the Bands. I love it. Great. It's David Starmaker. What's your turn now? So what are you gonna do?
David's up on the pole still.
Okay.
He's gonna try and figure out which of the Spice Girls has like is the easiest to hit. Can he tell? Like,
Did
who's
anyone
maybe
ever
not as
think that sentence would be said in a game of D&D? I was trying to figure out which Spice Girl was going to be easier to hit.
Yes.
Please, Spice Girls, we
David
actually
is
do love
still
you.
up on the pole.
Yes.
Yes, I'm up on a 10-foot metal pole trying to figure out which Spice Girl I should hit.
Yeah. I guess.
I like it. I like it.
Are they all like equally as you think?
I'd say Baby Spice is harder because it's smaller. But that's about it, really. Up to you, really. You
Okay.
You shoot what you want. I was going to take a backward
Okay.
bastard saying there. You shoot your shot, as they say on there all the time. Sorry.
Shoot
Cool.
your shot, David.
I'm gonna try. I think we're gonna go Scary Spice because I feel like
Spice.
she draws a lot of attention.
Okay.
I'm
She
gonna
does
try
get advantage
and
on intimidation checks, clearly.
I'm gonna try and shoot her with this gemstone that I have like on like my armor.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
There's a 16 hit.
16. Give me a second.
Check Baby Spice's
Yes,
stat
15.
block.
They got a 15 armor class.
All right. So she takes 1d6 plus 3 damage, which is 8, and every 6 seconds from here on out, she takes another 1d6 plus 3.
I've never thought I'd say Scary Spice has lost hit points. I've had to write Scary Spice's hit points. This is such a weird...
This is it. This is the dream.
This is the dream.
We've opened the door for some D&D Spice Girls lore, is that each Spice Girl has proficiency in a skill that is reflective of...
100%, yeah. Well, come on, let's go. Scary Spice has got Intimidation. Posh Spice has got Persuasion, maybe?
Persuasion, probably?
Yeah. What about Baby?
Nature?
Nature? Okay.
Survival?
Sporty has advantage on athletics, obviously.
Easily, Dex. All Dex.
Baby has Deception, because a lot of people don't know this, but she is not actually a baby.
There you go, Deception.
that is fair.
What?
And then Ginger.
So would that be Deception then?
Ginger has proficiency with cooking tools, like chef's utensils.
Ah, yes. I like it, yes. Because they're actually a spice. Yeah,
Yes.
I like that.
So, I don't want to assume Scary Spice's hit points, but I assume 1d6 plus 3 every 6 seconds for the remainder of the song will knock them out.
It would, yes. It would knock them out. How does it do it? Do they have a save, though, every time?
If I hit them, then I can automatically do damage, just like Witch Bolt.
Jesus Christ, but what? Okay, so they would get to a point where they're low on hit points, and they would then exit the stage and leave. They would pass out, and someone would come and collect them.
If they don't go more than 300 feet, I can still hit them.
Oh my gosh! Right, so they get taken off stage, this way to the green room.
Lightning from the pole, just completely shooting.
Okay.
David is a Tesla coil.
David,
Yes.
I'll just remind you of your alignment slightly, but don't worry, it's neutral good.
I mean, I'm not gonna kill her. I'm just taking her out of commission.
Yeah, she's out of commission. She's out.
This is in David's benefit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So
David is kind of a douche. He's good, but a douche.
I'm gonna count that as a kill, but they're not dead, if you know what I mean. So you get the kill point, but it's not first kill. So you need to get 3 kills to gain any more points, because it's only the first kill that gets a point. Max.
I got
points.
1 on my record.
You're gonna get a 5. I would say you get 5 for just 1 kill, so that's 30. So you're up to 30 as well. Right, awesome. Okay, so they're down. Scary Spice out. Fingle, what's Fingle gonna do against the Spice Girls?
Yes, we've got Baby Spice silenced. We've got Scary Spice incapacitated. Fingle is going to cast another spell. Centered on... I'm assuming they're wearing like little headset microphones, probably?
Yes, yeah, of course, yeah.
So, centered on Posh Spice's Victoria Beckham's microphone. Fingle is going to cast Silence.
Okay.
So it's just gonna anyone within 20 feet of Posh's
which someone should have done before she made that rap album.
Well, yeah.
So stop rapping at me.
Shoot your shot.
It was quite amazing. Go on, make the shot. Go
on. That's it. That's
So what happens?
That's what happens.
There's no save. There's no save or anything.
There is no save. It is a 20-foot radius centered on a point you choose. You, in this case, being me.
So it's going to count. It's going to cast. It's going to capture all of them, then, isn't it?
Yep.
Right.
Just performance over. Cancelled.
I'm going to say that still they're down. So I'm going to say they've lost another from losing a fifth of their party. They're going to lose a fifth of those points, which is another 2, so they're down to 10. Now they're silent. I'm going to halve that, so they only get a +5 now. But yeah, so they're silent. But
image of them just still
the
going.
Image is still they're the Spice Girls. Literally, the Spice Girls are on the stage in Waterdeep right now. Okay, they still command some sort of presence, but they're still Sporty can still do the kick-ass moves. Baby can still look like a baby, and then they can all do what they do, right? But silently.
Yes, and also
how long does it last?
Up to an hour. But unfortunately, when I cast Silence, my that is also concentration, and my beastie friend winks out of existence. But
which also
I
looks cool.
sell it like a trick.
Okay, fine.
Make it look like
you did
made him disappear.
Right, yeah.
Made it look like I did that on purpose. That is the performative way.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics or a performance check to see how well you dismount from the beast.
That is an 11 acrobatics.
You do it, but it's not. You don't lose any points, but it doesn't come across as cool as you think it did, right? So you think you've like nailed that, but actually it just looks a little bit like like that, and you felt that.
I just like stand up with my arms in the air like a gymnast.
Yeah, exactly. Like you meant it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, Boody. They still got a +5 to their rolls, and they're gonna roll well.
Okay.
So I think we'll see.
Well, so is Boody,
Okay,
girl.
go on.
So earlier we talked about David potentially operating a t-shirt cannon.
Yes.
And so I would like to make the assumption that there are likely t-shirts in our vicinity
Yes.
Oh, yes.
of our band,
Yes.
the GithFits.
Yes. The GithFits.
And so yeah,
There will be. I'm gonna make this t-shirt. If you want to buy this t-shirt, you can buy this t-shirt. I'm gonna make it.
I will be buying this t-shirt. So because I know there are t-shirts here, I'm going to cast who's in charge? Are we assuming it's Ginger?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we
Okay.
all assume it's Ginger, don't we? I don't know.
I mean, I guess that's the lead.
I've given them an orange surround, so you could see which one's Ginger.
Well, okay. So I'm gonna assume that that's who's kind of
Yeah.
leading the group,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna cast suggestion on her.
Okay, go on.
And Boody is, suggesting a course of activity
Yes.
limited to a sentence or two.
Okay.
And of course, since the only song that we are all memeing this whole game is Mother,
Yeah.
don't you want to find hell with me?
Oh yeah.
Into her brain, and I want her join our band, put the t-shirts on. And
Okay.
so I want her to put the t-shirt on and come join the band.
Okay. Give me what? Do you have to roll anything? Does she have to do a save?
She has to make a wisdom saving throw, and if she fails, then she will do what I said to the best of her ability. And it can continue for this course of action can continue for the entire duration. So, I mean, if she can finish it really quickly, which I don't know, I guess being in the band is like a continuous activity, then she,
What
has
does
to keep
does a
doing.
16? Does a 16 pass, fail, or save?
That would fail.
You gain Ginger Spice to the team. There you go. Ginger Spice joins the party and starts to just rock out with your music. Puts on a t-shirt of the GithFits and just does like that and just gets straight into it and is basically wanting to fight hell with you, basically.
And we only have like an XXXL for her, so you can't see any of her cute outfit anymore.
The British flag is taken over by the GithFits. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
The banner has been dropped.
And how long does this last for?
This is up to 8 hours.
Okay, so the whole of this campaign now, this rest of this one shot, you've got Ginger Spice. I can have someone
God.
make. I need to. All right, so that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and bonus action.
Oh.
I'm gonna cast bardic inspiration on who's next? Is it David, or is it?
Well, it's the end of it. It's gonna be. This is you've done the last thing. That's it. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
You can
Never
just
mind
give it
then.
and we can hang
Give
on
it,
to it
you
for
can give
later.
it to someone to make the
Yeah.
roll because you're gonna make some rolls now. So just give it to someone to roll with. Who's got
I'm
the
gonna
worst
give it to
performance?
Dave.
Yeah.
Was it Fingle or David?
Fingle's got the
Give it
worst.
to Fingle last.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to David this
Okay,
time.
give it to David this time. Okay, cool. All right, I now need you all to roll your performance checks. However, Ginger Spice's performance check is going to go to your team as well. So you'll gain that. So they're only on 3 players. Okay.
I see.
That's okay, so that's 15. 16.
That's a natural 20.
Oh!
There you go.
Ooh.
That's 5
What does
points.
that add up to total?
26. Plus whatever pluses we have.
You have no pluses this time, actually. You didn't gain it. You just did negatives to them. You just depleted their plus 15s down to a +5 on their rolls. So, okay. What's David's roll?
Total of 15. Thanks for the bardic. I needed it.
Fingle.
8.
8.
Ooh.
Oh, it's tight. And Boody? What'd you get?
A 30.
30.
Hey.
All right. Okay. I'm just gonna have to do some math, but I think you got it. 30 plus 8 plus.
Man, I hope so.
Divide by 4. That's an average of 19.75. You definitely beaten them. You couldn't have beaten them. Their average was 15. So it was close though. 19, like a round down to a 19 to a 15. It's not your best performance of the night. There's a lot going on. You're using a lot of your energy for like maintaining what you're trying to achieve, but you've used it to decimate them, right? They would have been on an average of 30 if you didn't make that. Sorry, an average of 25. So they would have been doing a great set, and they would have beaten you if you didn't do what you were doing. So what you did is just do negative campaign. Do you know what I mean? Like it was all negative ads. That's basically what you did. It was just deplete. Take away Scary Spice out of the picture, steal Ginger Spice to your team, and then leave them hanging with no vocals or anything. And the crowd, there's still a part of the crowd that's still like enjoying the spectacle of still seeing that being in the same room as the Spice Girls. But the fact that Ginger moved to your side, everyone loves Ginger, the best Spice Girl, right? Yeah, we all agree. Yeah, Jerry.
Arguably.
Jerry Halliwell is awesome. And I personally like her. And then so she likes Formula 1. I like Formula 1 as well, so it makes sense. And then you've won the Battle of the Bands, and everyone's just going GithFits, 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 Fits, GithFits. And as the band, like, everyone's swelling and people are like, oh yeah, and the rest of them are taking off. Suddenly, all the lights turn off. It all goes completely dark. And we'll take a break. Hey, there you go. Good timing. And so we'll So everyone at home, take a 10-minute hydrate, get yourself refreshed, and come back in 10 minutes. And then and then that's it, and we'll break. So yeah, everyone else here, I will I'll stop the recording.
Yeah, and Sam is ready to.
Okay, we're back. I hope everyone had a nice break. Oh my gosh, what's happened here? We've got a Ginger Spice player. Hey, look at this.
Wow.
You know what? It's just like, check this out. We gain another NPC. We find players for you. We get them on the stream. Isn't that just like
just hanging out outside Hamilton's house?
Exactly, all the time. Yeah.
Here I am.
Just on speed dial. I've got 4 numbers I can call. Yeah. Just can you come and play Ginger Spice for me, please? Yeah. So. No, we've swapped up.
What you don't realise is one of the other 4 numbers was Jerry Halliwell.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing pretty well.
I thought I didn't want her to play herself. I was thinking if you're going to play the other ones, it'd be great. So yeah, so that's Sam. Sam is playing a Ginger Spice who used to be Agatha Christie, who is a lawful good Gith monk, strength-based monk, and yeah, which makes sense. And so then that's that. So we'll move back into the action. From where we were. I've caught up Sam in our break where we are, and basically, as I said, the stage went completely dark and the lights went out, and then you suddenly feel the floor rumble, tumble, and then you're falling through, and it's all dark, you don't quite know what's happening, you're sort of battered about, and then suddenly you just land quite far down. You think it might have been I don't know, maybe like 3 stories you fell, so like 120 feet, but you haven't taken all that impact damage because you sort of, all the other Spice Girls and all these, and the crowd have all gone in there, and you sort of like tumbled, but it's not been like a complete fall. You've sort of fallen through and slid and stuff like that. It's not just been like a straight fall all the way down. So you all take only a very small amount of damage, which I would offer if you want to make any saves right now, an acrobatics, an athletics, however you want to perform your way out of this, by however you want to do this, you tell me. Then I will reduce or take no damage depending on if you beat it by a certain amount. So I'll go around the room. Anita with Astra. Is there anything Astra would do?
Astra is definitely going to try to use like athletics to take a grip to slow their fall, like perhaps do like the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits.
Yes.
Against the wall.
Yes, I like it. I like it. Okay, give me a roll then for that.
That's a 14.
14. So you take half damage. You take half damage for that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna roll the damage now. 2d6. So it's a 6 and a 4, 10. So you take 5 damage. 5 damage. David Starmaker. How are they gonna try and stop this?
So, I don't know if I can justify a con save by just like absorbing the damage by just like being
positioning
Like
your
a tough
body
boy.
into a position that is like
It's like,
taking a stance that's sort of like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get hit in the right position. Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, make a Constitution save. I'm up for that.
All right. That's only a 12. That's a natural 1.
No. So natural 1 becomes a 12. Unfortunately, you don't make the save, and you're gonna land prone with a natural 1. So you land prone. Everyone else will land. Well, otherwise is landing upright, and you will take the full 10 damage. Unfortunately. David was still rocking out too much from the band that he just wasn't. He tried to like move his body, but he was still rocking a bit and didn't quite get in the right position.
Okay, I'm almost at 100 hit points still.
Okay, that's fine. Ginger Spice. Let's go to Ginger Spice. Sam, how does Ginger Spice?
Now, Ginger Spice has really had kind of a second awakening quite recently.
Yeah.
But due to just the girth and size of this gift, I think she's just going to take it.
Mhm.
She's just going to curl up in a ball and just take the impact.
Just take the damage.
I like
take
that.
The damage.
Just take the damage.
Okay,
That's
cool.
very ginger.
Yeah, it's very ginger.
It is. It's a real ginger move, right?
It is.
I like it. Okay,
So
so
ginger.
you take 10 points. You take 10 points damage, but you land upright. I'm going to say then you don't take that. You don't go prone.
There
You
we
just
go.
land solid for that. Okay.
Fully in heels, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very nice.
Tea towel flapping in the wind.
Yes. Amazing. I wish I'd known that you were going to be Ginger Spice because I could have done the Union Jack clothes on them and everything, but it's fine. Mark, Fingle, what does Fingle do?
Fingle is going to attempt to acrobatically, in midair, pull Baby Spice underneath themselves
Your rival,
and use Baby Spice to
As-
cushion their fall. And if there's an opportune moment during that, to also kill Baby Spice.
Fingle,
Fingle will
yes.
attempt
Girl
to
power.
do it
Girl
and
power.
make it look like an accident.
I just don't think we should kill Baby Spice on the TV. I just don't feel. But we'll say that you can critically hurt Baby Spice. Okay.
As the
Fingle
fifth best
is the
Spice.
evil person on the team, and I've
Fingle
gotta,
is
I've
just
gotta
living their
cement
life.
my evilness.
I know you're evil. I
You know?
mean, I know.
We've
Go
got,
on.
we've
You-
got good people on the team.
All right.
Torture, like heating metal on paladins, and
Yes.
and torturing Scary Spice.
And that was rough because I'm
I
lawful
gotta make a name
good.
for
So like, how
Yeah.
can I justify that?
That's very true.
It was good of you to make us win.
Yeah,
There you go.
we had to win. Obviously,
That's the chaotic good in me.
Yes.
if even winning gets us into this situation, what
Yeah.
would losing have done to
I
us?
don't know. Okay,
Maybe
you
just-
try and take
just
a contested
maim-
strength check against Baby
just
Spice.
maim Baby Spice.
Yes, you can try and maim Baby Spice.
Okay.
Rip one of them pigtails off
Let me get a Kobold up.
and keep it.
Kobold Baby Spice. And see what their strength is. -2.
Now, since this is twisty air maneuvers,
Mhm.
can I make an argument for acrobatics?
Well, okay, yeah, but their dex is +2. So yeah, okay. You do it, they do it.
All right. It's an 11.
I got an 8.
All right.
Oh dear. Okay, so Baby Spice gets Kobold Baby Spice. I'm gonna have to clarify that it's Kobold Baby
Kobold
Spice
Baby
and not the
Spice.
real Baby
Yeah,
Spice.
it's don't worry, kids. It's not
It's
real
it's
baby
not
spice.
real Baby Spice. It's
This
Kobold.
is Kobold on Kobold.
Kobold
Violence.
tribute band Baby Spice
Yeah.
as being who was an evil character who left the GithFits to join the Kobold Spice Girls. The Spice Kobolds, just the Spice Kobolds then, yeah?
Spice-
The Spice
Spice
Kobolds.
Kobold.
Yeah, and you, well,
I guess.
Ice worms.
and one gift, yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
Makes
you've
sense
taken
why you joined
the-
us. We're the GithFits. You fit better
Yeah.
with us.
It does make sense, yeah. Like,
Does.
and as the only attractive member, like you've taken this 90s, like this is the pinnacle of, well, you know, I'm not going to speak for myself, but this is really the pinnacle of sexual attraction in the 90s, and you have made this group the most
Same.
haggard group of individuals you possibly could. Deeply upsetting on every front.
well, there you go. I'm sorry to have done that to everyone at home, but it is where we are, and so the team did this, bringing the Spice Girls into it. I'm just gonna say this: they're still the Spice Girls. They're just a bunch of there's a Kobold Baby Spice, there's a Gith, Ginger Spice. That's how it's just working. They're all of different races, so that's it. Okay, so with that, unfortunately, yes, you do maim Baby Spice, and they take the damage for you and sort of disappear somewhere. Yeah, how about that? Okay.
Okay.
Boody, what do you do?
Okay, so I have a child to protect.
Oh yes, you have your fish to protect.
Wishes. And you know, I'm wearing this fishbowl with wishes in it, and I want to like kind of like hold wishes to my chest and beseech of them.
One of your wishes?
Wishes! Protect us!
So you want...
Ooh.
And
Okay.
On my way down, can I give them guidance to help protect wishes?
but as we're spinning in the air, I would like to land Avengers style. Like with space under my body and like one fist down.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
Above or on top of David without connecting with them and
Right.
then cast healing word on their body.
Oh, very nice. And gain yourself 5 points as well. You can do that. I'd like you to make, though, a roll for me.
Okay,
I'd like
that's
you to,
fair.
I'd like you to give me a D100 first to see what wish you grant yourself from wishes. Give me a D100.
That's fine.
Oh my god.
I'm ready. I'm waiting for it. I've got a D100 list of wishes here.
73.
73. So just to clarify, people at home, they didn't see the creation. Boody Cretorian saved Wishes the fish from a wishing well, who was embodied with all the wishes that were ever put into the wishing well. Okay? So every time someone put a wish in the wishing well, the fish gained the ability to use those wishes and grant them to people. That's why Boody Cretorian's charisma is so high, because he was granted to have beautiful eyes. Someone wanted to have the most beautiful eyes in the world, therefore Boody Cretorian's eyes are more beautiful. What did you say your roll was?
73.
73. You see an event from the future, which will work in this instance. So you perfectly envision how to land around David Starmaker. So you see that, and you literally just poof, land like in Aliens with the knife. You're like that close. Do you know what I mean? So like you even like move your arms around just like to freak him out a bit, and it's amazing. And then you cast Healing Word. And
What's the word?
What's the word?
The word.
The word. What is
Mother!
Mother! Exactly.
Ah!
That's it, isn't it?
This is David. Brother!
I love it. Fantastic. Okay, so how many hit points do you heal?
Let's see. 1d4 plus 10 hit points. Well, actually, that's not right. It's actually plus 15.
Okay,
1d4
so I'm back to
plus
full.
15. Yeah, because my thing is set on the other
Yes. Yeah.
the 30 charisma. So if it's the
Amazing.
40 charisma,
Plus
then it's
15.
15. 1d4
Amazing.
plus 15 hit points.
That is incredible. Okay.
So check, and that's a cantrip. So if anybody needs a band-aid, line on up.
That's insane. Okay, so...
You can't kill us, Hamilton.
I know, I didn't really think this through, did I? So, with that, you then land and awake in a chamber at the bottom of this is this fall, and you feel this quite extreme energy around you. There's something like going on in this space. You can just eminently feel it. So you land in 2. So if you want to just position however you want to position yourselves there, but you all land, in this space. There's water trickling in from above. So if you see in the bottom left-hand corner, water's coming in from there. There's a sort of timber bridge that crosses across. That water goes into these pools and it sort of bubbles up. And then passes underneath where the 2 sign is like a little bridge, and it goes into this other pool and then falls into the wall to the north of you, of the screen. So you can There's some on the other side, in that little alcove on the north. There's like these pumps going, so it's quite noisy in here. There's like this. It seems like the water's being pumped through these. That using this like. I love the sizes we get. Just gonna make it a bit smaller. Yeah. So.
Also, I lied. That was not a cantrip, so please need less band-aids.
Who's Ginger Spice? Is that Ginger? The GIF that is that? Yeah, I'm imagining it's that one, right? Ginger. David, you're the
I'm the air swirl, so I need to be by Boody.
Yeah, Boody is Boody. Who's Boody? Which one? Which mark is Boody?
Oh, that was me, but hold on. I just picked. There we go.
The dragon.
That's me.
Yeah.
That's me now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's how deep is the water? Just on the right pool.
It looks pretty deep. Probably about. It's quite fresh actually, because it's coming in through what seems to be like a stream. Yeah, you probably say about 15 feet.
Okay, so I said that Ginger Spice drops like a rock.
Yeah.
Ginger Spice drops like a rock into the water.
Okay, I will take that. Yeah, that's fine. Into the water, just and actually, it's like a proper diver's dive. There is literally no splash. It's like, how about that?
But like a rock.
Yeah. But actually, you're a monk. You
That
you
is
don't
terrifying.
take any damage because you.
Yeah, I can use Snowfall, but I don't want to.
You don't want to.
This isn't how we play.
I like that. Hope that's not
Body
actually
character.
like a secret bottomless pit that sucks you into another dimension.
That would be bad.
Or I hope it is.
Okay, so when you get down there, you see there's someone sort of at this pumping station doing some sort of like checking them and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's this person checking out the pumping station and like doing like checks, and they've got like a scroll of like that they're just going through, making notes, they're checking and moving on, and then clearly all this noise has happened and the wall has broken through in this bottom end, and they've turned around and seen you basically falling through the earth and landing as you did straight through the water. Fingle onto the ground, who was onto Baby Spice, who fell into the water, we'll say, and disappeared down the pump, and then Astra landed fine, I think, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Took half damage.
Okay. And Boody then landing onto David, who was prone, like that. Okay, so this sort of figure is wearing purple robes and is that have this insignia on it that looks like a dragon's head that's sort of like got a flame coming out the top of it. And yeah, they sort of turn on you and are starting to go like, where the fuck have you come from? What's going on? Like that. And they sort of turn towards you. You shouldn't be here. You've got to get out of here.
Astra is going to stand up, dust off the three-piece suit, adjust the tie.
Okay.
My good sir, we have no intention of being here any longer than we need to be. There seems to have been some kind of chaos in the Battle of the Bands that was just above your fine establishment. If this is, of course, your fine establishment, forgive me for presuming as much. It is excellent to see a potential friendly face. Could I interest you in one of our band's compact discs, perhaps a t-shirt? We have t-shirts, we have merchandise.
David Starmaker fully just fires a t-shirt towards him when I hear t-shirt.
Okay. All right, make a persuasion check then.
For sure.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Well, not getting up, just let full prone, just t-shirt.
23.
23. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. He comes towards you then and like runs along and tries to take the t-shirt and CD. Goes, oh, the GithFits. Oh man, I'm a big fan. That's amazing. Yeah, you guys rock. That's awesome. Cool. Well, we're having a bit of like a testing scenario down here. I mean, I'd love to show you around, but like a bit, would you sign my t-shirt? That'd be great. Like, could I have all your autographs and stuff like that?
Say no more. Say no more.
Oh.
I'll just pass it around. I'll pull out a quill.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so you all sign the t-shirt. So yeah, okay, fine. As that's happening, you start hearing more and more noises going on. You hear like a big like boom boom boom, and the pump's like pumping harder and harder like that. And suddenly you start hearing this little like sound coming from like the north like stairs down there. And then there's also sort of like slightly more noises, like banging noises coming from like to the west of you.
What was the noise?
Sort of there's a sound coming from like the north, and to the west there's
Crisp
like
is cutting it out on Discord.
Is
So
it?
we're just
It's
having
like
you.
when
Okay.
you do that, it's
Okay.
like your noise gate picks you up,
Okay,
and then
fine,
you're
yeah.
out.
It goes,
Oh.
Perfect.
yeah,
It
okay,
sure
cool.
did.
There you go.
Hey guys, quick interruption here. Hamilton requested that I add some dragon sounds to make him sound cooler, but in the interest of transparency, here's what he actually sounded like.
Did it pick that up?
Just gonna leave it at that.
I went straight close to the mic.
It sounds to me like that could be Baby Spice. So this is my best Jerry Halliwell.
Excellent
no,
job.
Fantastic.
I don't think that was Baby Spice. I think.
Come on, you know that, sir.
Because I crushed her in the
I
fall.
saw her coming
and
down, and I haven't seen her
Well,
since
she
we
slipped
since we
beneath the
found.
water. She
She
slipped
said-
beneath the water over there. I'm gonna go ahead and.
The Spice Girls, Faerun Spice Girls tribute band is here. Also, oh my gosh,
bad.
Ginger Spice! Oh my gosh. This is the.
Nice to see you. I'm Ginger Spice. Other spices will be here promptly.
Can I make an
Fantastic.
investigation check?
Yeah, please do.
Read this person's insignia and,
Yeah.
and what's going on here.
Yeah. Make an intelligence check.
I'll give you guidance.
Oh yeah, take it.
Thank you. The guidance is what, a +4?
Yeah.
D4.
Or a plus
D4.
D4? So it'll be a 29 altogether.
Okay, you pretty much are aware. This insignia is the Cult of the Dragons insignia.
Yeah.
These are the people that are trying to take over Waterdeep. You would know this. I mean, everyone knows what's going on. Your party was just like sort of apocalypse party sort of thing. You know, everyone, it's the end of the world. Everyone just have a party, battle of bands. So yeah, you're pretty sure that's who they are, and who they work for. But they're like they're just I'm gonna say sort of young human. You know, just sort of person, just like young human cultist.
Humans, my favorite enemy. All right.
Is that
I
yours?
will-
Is that actually your ranger's favorite enemy?
Yeah. Humans and elves.
Evil characters, great. Okay, go on.
I don't care for them. The cult of the dragon. What exactly is it that you are down here testing out?
Well, I mean, I really shouldn't say. I don't do a lot. I just man the pumps. I'm an engineer by trade, to be honest. Artificer by trade, I guess. By trade. You know, we all do our part. We're all part of a bigger thing. You know, I'm a cog in a machine. You know, it's all it's
Yeah.
important. You know, everyone's important from me all the way up to, you know, Matthias.
You say you shouldn't. You say you shouldn't say. You say you only man the pumps, but I think you better say, or we're gonna have to pump the man.
Wee-woo.
Okay, make an intimidation
Your
check.
pumps as well, but
Crazy.
Phrasing?
Right? I mean, like pumping for information is what I mean to say.
Yes.
you can do whatever you want to him.
Yeah, it's kind of
With consent.
A 19.
19. Okay, intimidate. He's pretty. He goes, okay, yeah. Well, obviously, I'm a big fan. I can help. I mean, we do experiments here. We're doing tests out to see what happens when you mix dragon blood with human blood, and making sort of, you know, interesting, you know, trying to see if we can turn ourselves into dragons is kind of cool. And then we're also trying to, like, you know, summon something next door. It's kind of a big deal. We've been trying to summon this thing for quite a while. Today is actually the day we're doing it. I
There
think
is
that's
already a species through which the blood of mighty dragons runs. The kobold. There's no
Yes.
need for you to try and recreate what Tiamat has already accomplished.
You'd have to talk to my boss my supervisor about more high-level intellectual thoughts. I just
No, don't be a Karen and ask for the supervisor. That's just rude.
No.
I'm being the person looking to get the cat. Yeah.
Oh no, that.
Fingle's our supervisor. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are you even in like this sort of what even drives a person to pursue this sort of work? I mean, it seems like you're working a kind of a thankless job as a cog in the machine. I mean, there's so many better things that you could be doing. We've got our band. We've been playing shows here and there, and I mean, we could always use a good roadie that can work on our instruments. So, what do you say?
To be honest, it's just hard getting an engineering job these days, and they seem to be on the winning side. So I sort of, I sort of helped out, and they gave me really cool robes, and and I might become a dragon, but being a roadie for the GithFits, give me a persuasion check. But as a GithFits fan, I'd give you advantage, I think, because he's.
I'm definitely gonna need that advantage because that first one was a 1.
Oh, that's.
The second one was a 2 for a 13 total.
13. Well, that is all you needed was a 13, I'd say. Because. Oh, okay. Screw it. Yeah, fine. I'll be a GithFits roadie. I mean, to be honest, the food's awful. I don't really like eating dragon food. It's not really nice. So.
I can definitely say, as the producer, we have great benefits here.
Oh, really? Do you get medical?
Mm-hmm.
And dental?
Look at Boody.
Yeah, we have Boody. Yeah, our plan is called Boody. It's Boody with a D.
I'm trying to think. I can't make that into an acronym off the top of my head. But there you go. Brilliant orthodontics, orthopedics, and dental. Yay! Plan. Yeah.
Yearly.
Yearly plan. Okay.
You may only have this once a year.
Okay, fantastic. So he's okay. Fine. Screw these guys. Where do you want to go? I mean, yeah?
Show us around.
Really want. I want what she said.
What really perfect. Okay, well, I mean, there's the place where we're doing like the big experiment. There's the experimenting little chambers. There's the mess hall. There's the prison over there. There's lots of interesting stuff. What do you want to see first? I mean, do you want to stop what they're doing? It's pretty bad what they're doing, to be honest. But,
I mean, we probably should stop what they're doing.
I vote mess hall.
What'd you say?
Just my vote. I vote mess hall.
Oh, mess
hall.
Yeah,
mess hall.
You're hungry.
Trying to get something to eat.
Listen, we just finished up a show, so I could definitely get something to eat.
Okay, I'll try and see if I can make you cool with my crew, but there's some of them are a little bit more culty than me, to be honest. I'm pretty much, pretty easily persuaded. I don't know about some of them, but
That's fine.
The guy that joins every cult.
If they're disagreeable, that's fine, because I am also hungry.
Okay.
Hungry for violence.
Good. Well,
Concerning.
That's good to know, because that might be the backup plan. All right.
Excellent.
This way then to the mess hall. So he just starts leading you down here, which goes over this way into the corner. Maybe we should just be a bit stealthy or something to see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna take you down here. I'll just clear out the. So you can either follow, or whatever you want to do.
Follow
Fingle
behind.
follow
Rolling
stealthily
stealth.
Yeah.
with a 26.
Can you now see down the corridors?
Yep.
Yes.
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 Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. So you come to the corridors, and there's like three routes that it's sort of like 2 ways you can go, and there's sort of 3 other doors. There's no one in this corridor, but you hear to the south of you. Just double check. You hear some chains, like a really awful chain sound coming from the room to the south, and it's just like there's sort of like some sort of like sort as like a clanging of chains, and it's sort of like the pulleys and stuff are like moving, but it's like rusty and sort of gears making really awful noises, and then hearing like things moving in there and being pushed around and stuff. Sounds a bit. You're not quite sure what's going on in there.
I think
It's
as we're walking
Sorry,
away, I'd
no.
ask. No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, sounds to me like Pot Spice is doing a vocal warm-up. Oh!
Oh, sing. Yeah. So
You said awful pain. I thought it might be Olive Garden.
So that's what they're. So that's the sort of. It's like mechanism, but it's like mechanical mechanisms, like that you hear, like wrangling of chains and stuff like that.
So what's down that way?
Well, that's sort of the room where we take we make this we have this like food that we give to like people but you have to like mush it up and like grind it down into pieces, and then we just we give it to people to see if it like makes them turn into dragons, basically. So it's just the room where we like there's a big slot bucket. It's not very nice. You probably don't want to go in there.
So what I hear is we can get food and potentially turn into dragons.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but it's about a 10% chance that you don't die when you eat it. And so it's really for the proper cultists who really want to, like, who really sign up for this business. And I'm not at that level yet. I'm not a level 4.
So David has a -3 to his intelligence modifier, so I'm gonna roll to see if he thinks this is a good idea.
Okay, fine. Yep.
He fully thinks this is a good idea.
Good idea.
To go.
You
and
want
eat
to
this.
try this? Okay. Well, this is fine. We could go in there and
Food and be a dragon, right? I think. Can you imagine our shows if we're all dragons?
Imagine dragons.
Exactly.
Imagine
two.
them.
Two times.
Every
Dave,
time we
David.
say imagine dragons,
Okay.
Yeah.
eat a cookie.
All
I need
right.
a cookie.
I don't think you should eat that, David. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I think perhaps we should mess around with the recipe. Maybe bring that 10% chance of not dying down to like a no % chance. Wipe these cultists out.
Oh.
And just sit back and let the experience points rack up from all those poisoning deaths.
Okay.
He said medley.
Still.
Van vote.
Do you want to vote?
Boody is gonna put his hand on Fingle's shoulder and just say, "Not about to see your light. If you want to find hell with me, I can show you what it's
Yeah.
like."
Yeah, let's go find hell. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying this whole time.
Oh, mother.
Listen, I got something to say.
Is it you do bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has to now. I
Okay.
mean, like,
Yeah. Fine. That's cool. Okay. I really wouldn't recommend going in there if you really. I mean, I could go in there and get you some. Do you want me to do that? And I could bring you some out.
You know what? Listen, I don't think we ever caught your name. What's your name?
Oh.
I mean, if you're going to be working with us.
Oh, okay. My name's Carpaxi.
Nice to meet you, Carapaxi.
Thank you. And you,
Astra, the Untouchable,
I know.
obviously.
Yeah, Astra, Fingle, Boody, and David Starmaker and Ginger Spice. I know all you guys. You're famous.
That's true.
But yes, yeah, Carpaxi, thank you. Thank you for asking. Not many people do ask my name around here. I'm known as 45. To everyone else.
That's sad.
hey, wow.
It's an unfortunate number.
It is.
Just out of interest, would that be 44 other people or more?
I don't know. I think it's my level distinction. Some people, there's like a 384. There's a 3,968. I think you just get given bigger numbers as you get bigger. I think. I'm not sure.
David, that's a lot of potential album sales. Just bear that in mind.
I'm also trying to. Yeah, listen. trying to murder the entire cult. Not my favorite idea, but if we can convert this into record sales or potential fans.
I think there's already some fans, but yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Plan. Let's burst in there and put on a show.
Yes. Oh
and
my
convince
gosh.
them to leave the cult
In the mess
with a
hall.
rockin' performance. Yeah.
I think that's a fantastic idea. Let's go in.
I
there.
like it.
And
I
if
like
that
it.
doesn't work, poison and murder.
We'll keep that as like a solid plan E.
Plan E.
We'll put a pin in it. We'll circle back to that.
We'll circle
a little
back
bit
to that.
later.
Idea.
I mean, I'm a
All
big fan of 14.8 and 182. They're really cool. They're really cool people. 48, she's my best friend, to be honest. She's the only one who gets me and my music. I've got some songs. Oh, can I play you my demo tape?
No!
After we put on this performance, we need to be in our headspace.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
As I'm an engineer, I do like proper synthwave stuff. It's really, I think, really hitting a mark here. Doing synthwave covers of. I'm trying to think of it.
Nice to hear, but
GithFits policy that we do not listen to unsolicited demos. I'm sorry.
no.
No worries. I understand. It's hard. You get this all the time, you know.
Yeah.
As a manager, I can take it under advisement though, so feel free to pass that along to me.
Oh, okay, great. I will. When we go to, if we go past my locker, I'll get it for you. It's on mini disc. Do you have mini disc players?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Yeah. Good.
I have a Zoom.
I also have a Zune, yes.
Fantastic. I do actually have a mini disc player as well in real life. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Fantastic. Let's go then. Let's go do this. Can I be part of the performance?
Sure.
Not
Hand him
the
like a
way
fog
that you
machine.
think.
You fart a fart machine? Did you say?
I'm an artificer. Fog machine. It's
Okay.
like,
Fog machine.
it's like
I
fog
can
when we
make a
kick the
fart
door
or
in.
a fog.
Fog machine.
It's
or
both.
a fog machine. Oh right. Okay.
It's a
There's
4D
two switches on it.
experience.
The switch is fog cloud or stinking cloud.
I love
Yeah.
it. Yes. Okay, that's what it does. Fantastic. That's what
And
it
if
does.
this doesn't work out, we're gonna have to flip it that way.
Yes. I love it.
So
Okay, cool. So the mess hall is up here, right? This is just like the proper one. There'll be a few people in here. So you sort of describe to me how you enter this room. Just like what's the I'm gonna open it up for you so you can see what's there.
do we still have that fog machine?
Yeah, you have the fog machine. You can direct the.
That will precede us.
Okay, so you turn on the fog machine. The fog goes out into the room. Okay. So I'm just gonna put some. There's gonna be how many? 4 in here, I think. So there's 4 of them. Sort of just chilling out.
Four.
Yeah, so it's not your biggest gig, but you know, I'm trying to. Yeah,
It's gonna feel like it.
yeah. Actually, how many?
So
Yeah, go.
David's fully just gonna kick in the door as soon as everyone's ready
Mhm.
and just yell, be like, "Are you ready to rock?"
Yeah. Oh,
And then launch a t-shirt, start launching t-shirts at them.
you're actually gonna try and hit them.
No, I'm still like trying to like shoot past
Okay,
them.
fine. I need performance checks from you all. I think that's what I'm going to ask for. So give me a performance check for that first, David. Give me that.
Performance. That is a modified 20.
Modified 20. Amazing. The fog is coming into the floor. You've done it under the door with the door closed, so it just like seeps under the door and gives like this low level like fog layer. It's kind of really cool. Like you're standing in the fog, like an 80s like music video. And David, you jump in and just like pew, 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 shooting out these t-shirts, and Carpaxi goes, "It's the GithFits! I've got the GithFits! It's gonna be right!" And like they're just like they're loving it. They're already transfixed. What follows? I think maybe we need some initiative rolls for this.
Initiative?
Yeah, let's get that. Let's get some initiative going.
And mine was the surprise round.
Yeah, yours is the surprise round. That's it.
That's a natural 20 for a 25.
That's a 12.
That's 2 natural 20s so far.
Okay. Oh, that's
Look them
plus 10
directly
to
in
you,
the
by
eye.
the way. So you're on 60. You've leveled up, Anita.
Nice.
So I am now level 8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ginger Spice, you
Big
got
number.
12. David, what'd you get?
9.
9. Fingle.
Also 12.
12. What's your dex?
5 plus 5.
What's your dex, Ginger? Sam?
Oh, brain. 7.
Oh, just only 7. Yeah, okay, fine. So, yeah, fine. Fingle goes. And then, Boody. What's Boody's?
My initiative was 25. My dex is 22.
Okay.
And that performance check was
Oh, cool. What's
30. Whoops, it disappeared. But it was 30 something.
30 something. That's fine. That's fine. Anita, what's your
Not that
what's
it
your dex
matters.
Usually
+5. It's a 20.
20. Okay, so it'll be Boody, then Astra, then Fingle, then Ginger Spice, then David. Okay, and I'll roll for these. This crew 18 plus 3, 20, 21. So they go there. Cultists. Okay, fine. Right. So you've just jumped in, David. You've done this. It's then up to Boody. Then what do? Well, you come through. They're sort of perturbed. They're not. They're sort of taken aback. They're ready for a performance here. So that's what they're looking for now.
I have a war gong in my tools.
Yes.
I'm going to hand it to our new roadie.
Okay. Yeah.
And just kind of like push him out in front of me.
Okay.
And I am gonna like start stamping out like the rhythm that he needs to hit.
Yes.
So he can start like dong, dong,
Yes.
dong. And like wrapped in the cloud of fog,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like waltz in playing, technically I guess a lute, but like
Yes.
can
Death lute.
it be an electric lute?
No, you can play electric guitar. There's electric. This is not real world. Come on, it's fine. There's planar
Great.
traveling. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
You can get
So
electric guitar.
Booty is going to stroll in through the fog.
I'm just
slightly-
imagining November Rain now, which is not a Danzig song, but it's that sort of like. You know,
It's
when,
that vibe.
It's that vibe when Slash comes out of the chapel and starts playing the electric guitar. Yeah, okay, I've got you.
It's very much that vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start with that because I don't want to attack.
Okay, fine. No attack. Okay, so you waltz in. Right.
But can I use my bonus action
Yes.
anyway just to give a bardic inspiration?
Yes, you can.
I'm going to throw that to Fingle.
Okay.
Much appreciated.
Yes. Turn up.
Make that there.
Turn it up.
Okay, cool.
Or turn up or eat up. Whatever. Whatever we gotta do here.
All right. So next up, then, so that's your turn. Then it's Astra's turn. What does Astra do?
Astra is going to look at these at the crowd and is going to begin to chant just sort of like this overdriving sort of like start. I think they're gonna start the GithFits chant. GithFits.
Okay, yeah, like USA. GithFits. Yeah, okay, I like it.
While also casting compulsion.
Oh, yes, here we go.
So they will need a Wisdom saving throw,
Mm-hmm.
or
It's a 6.
creatures of my choice that I can see within range that can hear me must make a Wisdom saving throw. Target automatically succeeds if it can't be charmed. On a fail save, a target is affected by the spell. Blah blah blah. Each target must use as much of its movement as possible to move
In the direction you wish. Yeah.
in a direction I wish. I kind of just want to get them dancing.
Okay, fine.
Really, I just want to get them to move like a little square dance.
Okay.
Really.
Oh, square dance. I love it. Okay. They all fail because there was a 6, an 11, and then 2 natural ones, which I doubt they all fail. Yeah, I imagine they all fail. So I love that. I'm going to give you another +5 for that. I think that was an amazing idea. I like it. They're all square dancing for square dancing cultists. So they're all like kicking their legs out, side to and forth, back and forth. You know, what's that? And left 2, 3. How's that song go?
We're gonna do the cha-cha slide.
Yeah.
Take it back now, y'all.
Take it back now,
2
y'all.
hops, 2 hops.
2 hops this time. 1 hop this time. Yeah,
Time.
that's
Now
it.
turn it out.
Yeah, that's it.
Slide to
Engine,
the
engine
left.
number 9. That's a different song, isn't it? Sorry.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
That's the remix.
That's the remix version where they remix it.
Dragon's
That's what
Duel
we're playing.
official unreleased remix.
Unreleased remix. Oh shit, I'm gonna be busy making these songs. I feel like I need to create an album based off this whole adventure. Just a concept album, the GithFits. Alright. Okay, fine. So yeah.
If you want to be my mother.
You gotta come to hell with me.
Oh my god.
Showing you is easy until you bleed. So
Beautiful, beautiful,
Sorry,
fantastic. It's what everyone was looking for. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna say. So what I'm gonna say is that you've had 2 positives. I'm gonna say if you hit the amount of positives, then there are cultists. They will join your band. Okay, this is how it's gonna work. This is new rules I'm making on the fly. So that's 2 successes. So you're just gonna start growing a team of people that are your posse.
the new goal is
what's it
building the
called?
band.
Entourage. You're building an entourage. Yeah, that's
Yes.
it. Yeah, that's it.
Anybody that says no, Fingle gets to eat.
Yeah, that's it, basically.
We're just
Okay.
gonna convert the cult to our own
Yes,
cult.
the cult of GithFits,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hey, it's the band.
To be honest, that's it. I mean, bands
like-
are pretty much cult fans. It's fanatics.
We got a
They're both-
really,
Yeah,
rabid fan base.
yeah.
I enjoyed that I suggested this out of a -5, or a 5 intelligence, and this is the plan we went with, and it's
good.
working.
It's good. It's working. There are no
Well,
bad plans.
Boody with their -3 intelligence went, that's a great idea.
Exactly.
We have the same intelligence.
Yeah, Ginger Spice is actually we've got Ginger Spice, Fingle,
Ginger Spice has ridiculous
And
intelligence, but
and
no
Astra
wisdom.
all
So.
have good intelligence, actually, don't you? I think
I'm
yeah.
so glad that you guys are here.
This is how I convinced them I'm the producer.
Because David and I shouldn't be in charge of anything
Oh, it's fine. You're here.
except the poll.
Exactly.
We're
So-
just here to sparkle.
With that, it's the cultist turn. They're dancing. Are they? Can they take any actions on their turn? When they're with compulsion.
Let's have a look with compulsion. It says it can take an action before it moves. After moving in this way, it can make another wisdom saving throw to try and end the effect.
Okay, wisdom's at the end of its turn. Did you say?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So they don't get a turn this go, right? 'Cause they all failed. So it then just moves straight on to Fingle. Oh, I'll make the wisdom now. A 19, a 14, a 12, and a 2.
The 19 saves.
19 saves. So one of them stops dancing, but still keeps dancing because he's seeing everyone else dancing, and so they're like
Peer pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
Peer
yeah.
pressure.
Peer pressured into dancing. They're cultists. They pretty much follow what everyone else does. You know what I mean? Like
That does track.
pretty much their definition. So I'm gonna say that yeah.
On brand.
100%. Okay.
Fingle,
Mhm.
clocking this one who might be not buying into it,
Yeah.
will maneuver behind this one
Okay.
and dance behind him
Yeah.
and like prodding him
Right.
with short swords.
Intimidation
And,
check. I'm assuming you're trying to make here.
Yeah, and little vampire hummingbirds.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Don't forget that Fingle has that inspo.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Make that intimidation check. Intimidation check.
Live your dream, Fingle.
Live your dream. Oh, that's a natural 20.
You got up to 65 points. You gain 5 points for that. Yeah, and so yeah, they are like, oh, yeah. I'm dancing. Yeah. Love it.
I'm saying, hey man, you can stop dancing whenever you want, okay? You stop dancing if you want to.
If you want to be
Alright.
my mother, you've got to. Yes.
If you want to be my cheat meal, you can just stop dancing.
I'm
And
dancing.
I'll eat your face off.
Okay, fine. That's Fingle's turn. So that's 3 successes then. So Ginger Spice, what do you?
Okay.
Ginger Spice, what do you do?
Ginger Spice has wrapped Ginger Spice in what appears to be a shroud. Okay,
Yeah.
and Ginger Spice has walked into the room, through the door, through the mist, and is stood face down. And Ginger Spice is going to stay face down and cast Mage Hand.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And Ginger Spice is going to, if it's allowed, use the Mage Hand to disrobe Ginger Spice to reveal the patriotic Gith-Yankee flag on her dress. And begin to scat.
Please.
Just so
Zig, 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 ah!
love it. Okay. Right.
That's the...
It's not. So it's not the Union Jack. It's some sort of like Gith-Yankee.
It's the Gith-Yankee flag.
The flag, yeah. So instead of the Union Jack, it's okay. Fantastic. Right. Okay. Fine. And she's gonna start scatting. Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. Make a performance check then, please, for that. Beep ba 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 ba.
That is a 9.
Beep ba ba ba. It fails. It does. It literally is like. Skibidi dibby da bow, ciao, lippity da ba ba, zip, and it's just out of beat, out of time. It's not even scatting. At some point, she's just like clicking fingers, like just not doing it. Yeah. It sounds like baby talk at some point, like gang 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 yo, and it's just awful. It's so bad.
Little R2D2 beeps.
Yeah, it's a couple of pulls out a synthesizer halfway through to like try like vocoding themselves into it, you know. So
Just
like,
pressing the same note over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just all awful. It's so poor taste, poor timing, everything, and
But that reveal.
But the reveal, yeah, but it still isn't your fourth. You haven't
I
converted.
don't believe
it.
it's actually Ginger.
Exactly. It's not. It's definitely not actually Ginger Face.
It's actually just Agatha Christie.
It's Agatha Christie.
Wearing a really tight, poorly fitting Gith-Yankee dress.
Yeah, exactly. And then finally, David, you get your second turn now.
Okay, so I think since people haven't seen the trick before, I'm gonna use my staff.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna say rock and extend it again.
How high does it go up?
It can go up to 10 feet.
Okay, fine.
They're gonna bust through the ceiling.
Yeah, because I'm saying it's only got like a 15-foot, it's only a 10-foot ceiling, so.
Perfect. I'll launch it to the ceiling and then I'll spin on it.
Okay.
And while I'm spinning, I'm gonna toss glitter
Yeah.
onto Ginger
love
and
it.
give her guidance.
Okay, right. And
Kind of like do this performative glitter spin.
can you give me a performance check for that as well, please? I'm loving this, sort of like on the top of the pole, just.
Just like spin my way down. Okay, that's a 16.
16. That is a success. You have converted these cultists to they are now Gith-Yankee fans. Gith-Yankee fans. They are GithFits fans. They are major Gith. They're picking up the t-shirts you shot on the floor. I'm gonna say you've got infinite t-shirts, and every time that they turn to this, like you notice, you automatically shoot a t-shirt on them, and it like goes, whoomp, like on, like you know what I mean, like poof, they become like a part of the GithFits crew.
So spinning, dropping glitter, and shooting t-shirts.
Yes.
Make sure you hit the merchandise tables on the way out.
Yes. Fantastic. So you've now gained these cultists. That's as you go.
Next room. Let's go.
room. So these cultists, you've got there was the one guy that Fingle was like prodding. There's a girl, like a lady there who but she's young, so she's about the same age as 45 or Carpaxi, and Carpaxi runs up to them, and that clearly is the friend that he was talking about. It seems so he's like, oh yeah, the GithFits, yeah, they're so cool, and they're just sort of like talking between. They like, yeah, I was really worried that you wouldn't want to be their friend, but you know it's awesome, you know. Oh, he's actually got a higher pitched voice, isn't he? Oh yeah, it's really cool. And then there's also sort of like a clad in like armor character. I'm gonna actually change out one of these because they were a higher. I'm gonna give them a shield. So they were a sort of like they were in like a bit more armored, and they had like a helm on. And as you get closer, you realize it's sort of like an elven female under there. And then the other one is just another human wearing just but as in like not like armored up, just wearing the sort of cult robes. Yeah, and they're just sort of like hanging about, and they seem a bit sort of. I'm gonna say they're a bit more. They're more reserved and being quiet in the corner. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. Okay, that's your crew. You attuned. If you want, you can give them names, or I can just make up some names for them. Up to you. Or we can just give them numbers. Because once you get a cult,
We should name him
just number them.
Tom York.
Tom
The
York.
one with the
Everyone, Tom York.
Which one's Tom York?
All of them.
All of them are Tom York.
Easier to remember lots of different names.
Tom York.
But one of them's sad Tom York. One of them's happy Tom York.
Should we call? Okay.
One armor is quiet Tom York.
Quiet Tom York. Yeah.
Can we call that? Can we call them Robert Smith?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, no.
Quiet Tom York. Quiet Tom York. You can't. People can't. I'm gonna call them quiet, happy. Because it's
Drowning Tom York.
drowsy.
Drowning.
Drowning.
Sorry, drowning.
Drowning.
Yeah,
Tom.
like in that music video.
Oh.
Sorry, I can only think of like two
In a
Radiohead
fishbowl.
songs.
In a fishbowl. Okay, yeah. Right. Yes, I understand. And then what we gonna call the elven sort of female warrior? Is that just gonna be
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Gwyneth? Oh my gosh, we're getting all the famous. I'm gonna get sued. This is the problem.
Gwyneth Tom York.
It's spelled slightly different.
Gwyneth.
Yeah.
Gwyneth.
Yeah.
Gwyneth. Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Gwen Elf Peltro.
Gwyn Elf.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyn Elf. Yeah.
somebody else for Fingle to eat later.
Yeah, we got humans, we got elves, we got. I mean, we're
Gwyn
lining
Elf.
up
This is a buffet.
quite a
Okay, you got happy,
smorgasbord.
quiet, drowning, and Gwyn Elf.
It's like the
Oh.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
It's Gwyn
But
Elf.
if we terminate them, we be like, all right, Fingle's gonna give you your exit paperwork in the next room.
Yeah, you step in here for the exit interview.
Okay, fine. So after you, oh great. Well, if you want, we've got the next up's the research lab. Is next door. That's where they make all the sort of do all the sort of like figuring out the chemistry and stuff. We can go in there if you want.
Yeah.
That sounds fantastic to us. Let's head up the chemistry lab. Let's just do like the dungeon. I'm gonna call this the dungeon world tour.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Good.
Oh,
Guitar
and just
squeal.
so everyone knows, dues are due within the next 24 hours. 5 gold each.
So you enter it. So you enter into the next room, and there are. Give me a second. Oh wait.
Gotta make that producer money.
Got to. This is turning into a very well organized, not a pyramid scheme, but if you got a friend in another room, go get them.
It is an MLM, but it's a musical level marketing scheme.
I like it. Yes, love it. Fantastic. So
Everybody gets a T-shirt.
everyone gets a T-shirt. I love it. So you move into the next room, and there's they're all scientists, and they're all like wearing like lab coats, and they're all just like at benches doing and walk. And I think you're. I mean, unless you want to go first, I think Kopaxi's going to lead you in, unless someone else wants to go in first. Basically, up to you. But otherwise, it'll be.
I feel like the same. That worked once. Let's just do it again.
So you
We can let Carpaxi come in and introduce us.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh,
The
yeah. I
war
like
gong.
Yeah, with the war
Doing.
gong. Okay.
that. Get their attention.
Kovacsy comes in and like goes boom with the gong. It shatters all the glass in the room. And I'm gonna say one of the. I'm gonna see if they can say.
Fingle sends their hummingbirds in there to flip the light switches up and down.
They all roll terribly and take 1d1 damage of glass cutting damage from it. So they're a bit pissed off. But and he goes, "Oh, I'm really sorry. Thank you. I've got a special guest coming to talk to you and play music for you. We have the GithFits and a member of the Favorite Spice Girls tribute band. Are you ready to rock? And come on in." And they're all quite confused. I'm gonna roll.
Like what? We're at work.
He rolled a 14. What's his charisma? +1, 15. So they seem to think that that's normal. Persuaded. They've been persuaded to not suddenly rush him. But yeah, so you're free to make your entrance as you wish into the next room.
We same initiative?
Yeah, we'll just keep the initiative. Yeah, that's so much easier. So it's Boody first.
So they're all mad.
They're not. They're slightly perturbed, but they're convinced enough to hear you out. If you see what I mean. So like, with Carpaxi's charisma roll, his persuasion, he's persuaded them not to rush them and because they've just taken some damage. But they're not. They're going to be a little bit harder to convince than before. That's what I'm saying.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm going to put my hand into the jar around my neck and touch
You're gonna
wishes.
go for some wishes. Oh, give me
I'm
a
going in
D100.
for
Give me a D100.
For some wishes.
Give me,
Banana.
give me
Okay, I got 18.
18. You get the ability to pull off the perfect whatever you like. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I'm gonna Google what it means in case it means something that I shouldn't be saying.
That is really
Oh.
concerning.
No, I know what it is now. Okay,
Okay.
smolder, right? Which I think is like the perfect, like, smoldering look. If you know what I mean.
Wait,
That's-
it's time for the perfect smolder?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You've got it. You've actually you have the ability to pull it off perfectly every time, which makes sense because you've already got the most perfect eyes, and because you got those in your wishes before, but you now have the ability to just put your face in this sort of like smouldering, enticing look, which I think is just going to give you advantage on any charisma saving, any charisma throw you want. For the next room, for this room, I'm gonna say, okay, because that's ridiculous.
Well, what's gonna happen? Can I confirm that green shape in the middle, the circle, is that a table?
No, that's like a vat of something.
What about those little brown circles?
They're little chairs, yeah, little stools.
I am gonna slowly walk into this room playing guitar.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get on one of those chairs,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna stop playing guitar, and I'm gonna just go.
I can't see. I'm looking at the map. Show off the ripped abs.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes. Amazing. Oh,
mother.
I love it. Have you just drawn that on a t-shirt?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You have 6-pack and everything. Fantastic. Incredible.
So this is how I'm gonna be for the rest of this. I've destroyed my only shirt.
Fantastic. Okay, so you've just taken the shirt off, and they're all smitten, each and every one of them. Yeah, just
My chest hair is out.
yeah,
I'm glistening.
yeah,
Like
yeah. You've been
You
through a
put
whole
a
set, so
diamond-
you're sweating, and it's all like it's clicking everyone's buttons, no matter what. And so, can you roll me a charisma check with advantage, please?
Oh man.
Yeah. So let's see how many of these cultists you gain.
Pick the right
Okay,
person for that
so
roll.
it's 23 plus 5, so 28, and then whatever the advantage is.
Oh, roll
You
again.
just roll again.
Mine just roll again.
Oh,
Pick
okay,
the
okay,
higher of the
okay.
two.
Yeah, it's not like orbital refuse.
Okay, so it's this. It's this one. It's 28.
It's 28. It's 28.
The other one was just a 20.
Oh, that's not.
Bleh.
Yeah. No, so
I've
20.
never said that in my whole life.
a 28. So with a 28, I think you're gonna garner 2 of them. The closest to you are just absolutely just like you are now a god on Earth to them, and all their beliefs towards the dragons. They're like, no dragon could ever be as perfect as Boody Cretorian as abs, basically, is what they're saying. And that is where they're at. Okay, fine. Next up then is Astra. Astra, how do you follow that up?
And to tag on to that, I am going to cast Minor Illusion
Oh,
around
yes.
Boody in order to give them this sort of like almost preternatural aura
Ooh.
with some sparkling, like glistening lights and like maybe some like disco ball type effects and some faint music that sort of like accompanies Boody to create this sort of like This is the most important person in the room.
Oh my
Bow
gosh.
before
I
Boody.
love it. Okay, give me. Oh,
This is
Give me a spell. Just give
1990
me a
Glenn Danzig.
yeah.
Just a spell attack.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Just give me a spell attack.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a 19 plus 8. That is a total of 27.
27. Okay, I'm gonna say with that, you've already gained the other 2 in the room. That's it. The room is now at your feet. And at that moment, David Starmaker just shoots the 4 t-shirts out, and they just go thump, 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 thump onto them, and you've now gained 4 more to your party. This is insane. I'm just gonna go out of character. So Sam, you've got to leave in 10 minutes. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, give or take.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ginger Spice might
yeah.
get lost at some point. Then that's what's gonna.
Ginger Spice is happy to accidentally run full force into a wall and jump really hard. Just in a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Guidance,
yeah, you know.
so.
That's fine.
I can jump. I don't think you realise how far I can jump. It's my only skill. I can do 60 feet.
Amazing. Okay, so with that,
another Spice Girl off my list.
with that, now you've gained so many of them, and because it's getting late and this is going on quite. So we're gonna sort of fast forward this a little bit. So everyone joins in this room, and you've gained enough cultists that they say, they're like, GithFits, I don't want to be a part of this dragon cult anymore. I think what they're doing is actually quite bad. I think we need to go and stop what they're doing, to be honest. I think if we want to have more GithFits gigs, we're gonna have to stop, the ritual that they're trying to like bring in a void dragon. It's not gonna be great. We need to stop. Can you help us? Like all everything I've thought for years. I've been here for years. What have I done with my life? They're all having these sort of existential crises, but also realizing that you're their only hope now to stop what they've actually infected. And one of them's like, oh my gosh, what have I done? I've helped people destroy our Earth. What is it? Seriously, they're all changing their tunes very quickly. And so with that, they show you to the secret passage, and they say, if we go down here, it's quicker, which is really useful. You went this way. So there is actually, I've got to thank Elven Tower for this map, by the way, as well. I didn't say that earlier, so that's who did this.
Oh wow.
So there you go. So that's that done. There you go.
Does that give us an additional 10 experience points to find the secret?
Yes, you did find the secret, so you all get 10 points. How about that? 75. Nice. Logan, you now level up. 75. Sam. Okay, I'm also going to say, how many cultists have you all... I'm going to say that Astra and Boody, for that performance alone, I think it's going to give you at least a +5, so you're both going to level up to...
I had to get my pack out.
Yeah, exactly. I definitely think that both...
My 40 pack.
Your 40 pack. So you're on 80, which is you're on level 9, both of you now. Level 9. So they rush you down there and they go, we've got to run into this chamber. So like the map was going to show like a golem character, but it's not. It's just imagine a big dragon. So don't worry about it when you get there. So you come down this little side corridor into this room where there's like there'll be some people in there. Give me a second. So I'm going to just cut that away as well. Fog quickly. So I might just reveal. I'm just going to clear all fog. That'll be easier. There we go. Because to be honest, we're at the end of it. Sort of at the end of it now. So I've done to do this a lot. In the first one, we had to like sort of teleport people to the end encounter. So you come in because everything takes ages. And where's so? Give me 1 second. Right there you go. I'll kind of put this like that. There we are. So you walk into this room, this vat room. There's no one in this room 10 that you're in. There's a few vats with like, there's some humanoids that look sort of dragon-borny, but with long elongated tails, but more like halfway between a dragon and a human that are sort of hanging in these vats. The cells behind are empty. There is no one in them, but they've got color of the sort of stain of that vat, like juices sort of thing all over the floor. But what sort of garners your attention as you walk through is that in this doorway there is like that noise that you heard, that sort of squeaking, crackling noise sort of ramps right up as you go through this like secret passage, and there's this electricity and these four. You see this like electrical sparking into the center, and it's like all focusing on this like little ball object that looks like a dragon forming in there, and it's trying to combine itself and come back and forth, and it's forming into a dragon, then it shrinks down again, but there's like, and someone's going like, more power, we need more power. Yeah, basically it's really, there's this sort of super dragon sounds kind of coming off there, a lot of electricity, and this room is in front of you, and they're trying to basically form some sort of dragon in there. You're not quite sure, but it seems to be a dragon that's able to get into Waterdeep, so it's not good. But also maybe this is an important like artifact as well. But anyway, that's where you're at. And actually, with that as well, you also get eyes on the prize. So all of you gain 40 points as well.
Oh, there you go.
What?
Yeah, it's 120.
Wow,
120 for Anita. That is 100 for Logan. That is 115 for Mark, and 120. So Taylor, you are now on level 11. So are you, Anita. Level 10 for Logan, and level 10 for Mark. And level 9 for Ginger Spice. However, Ginger Spice, you run into the room, and suddenly this massive electrical current comes off, sparking off these four towers, these little 4 points. They're all like Tesla coils looking things. They're sparking between each other, and then one zaps out and sort of sucks you and disappears, and you disappear into somewhere else completely and are gone.
God, imagine that.
Girl power.
Girl power.
Gift power. It's too much power, right?
Too much power.
They just saw her and they were like,
know when to leave the room, right?
No, leave the room, and that is it. You
make a scene.
Absolutely.
That's it. You came. You did your bit for the Spice Girls, and
you say that.
I mean,
Okay,
technically, we only had her for 8 hours.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You only did have her for 8 hours, but she's now been teleported somewhere. You don't know where. Maybe it's gone part of this machinery. You're not sure. Maybe they'll turn. Ginger Spice will return.
The next 7 hours.
Maybe Ginger Spice will return at some other time. But I guess
only hope.
We'll have to unfortunately say goodbye to you then, Sam.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you for being so kind. I'm so sorry about 1, shitty internet, and 2, having to go.
It's fun.
No, that was epic. That was epic and amazing.
You guys are all incredible. And I would like to actually properly play with you all at some point. I'll see you all really soon.
See you soon.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much, Hamilton.
See ya. Bye. Bye. Yes.
Really liked that, and kind of wants to have the dragon.
Right? We just take down the world.
I mean, I'm just.
Look, please, if you do, I will make you the bad people in the finale. If you want to do that. If you want to take over the dragon, you can be the antagonist in the finale. I'm totally up for that. I totally am happy to play that. If you all take
I am happy
decision.
to do whatever everybody is into.
I'm down.
So. David's
Just-
like, I like
We
trouble.
think it's good. I'm just that dumb.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is good for our brand. I'm chaotic good. So this is good for us. That means it's good.
That is chaos, and it is good too to not kill.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. You do you. All right. So I'll do a we're back, and then we'll go to that. Okay, fine. Okay.
good.
All right. We're back now. So yeah, Sam had to go, unfortunately, and Ginger Spice is now floating in the astral sea somewhere, as they do. And then again, so many sentences I never thought I'd say. So with that, we're back with just our original crew. You've entered into this room, the vats, where they've got this sort of dragonoid, humanoid figures like held in there. But this massive electrical current's being thrown between these 4 Tesla coils, where this huge dragon seemingly made out of space and like dark matter. You can't quite wrap your heads around it just by the initial look, but it's there, and it's kind of got stars growing out of its body and stuff. It's sort of an astral thing. Yeah, and it's sort of growing in there, and one of the cultists says, you can try and stop it if you stop the turn off the machines, but you need to like crank them like round the different ways so they don't all focus on each other. That's how you can do it. But I'm not going in there. This is your fight. I'll cheer you on from the sidelines.
My cult is this.
Well, that's what one of them's saying. But you can.
What
you can
happens
try
if we just break the machines?
You could break. Yeah, you could break them. The Gwyn elf stands up and says, I'll go with you. I can smash down any sort of any of these whatever these silly contraptions these artificers make. I can turn that to dust with this. And she pulls out a spy-hander sort of thing from her back. She's like,
hell yeah.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to rock and roll. Good old
I'm
Gwyn
gonna
elf.
give her bardic inspiration.
You give Gwyn elf bardic inspiration. All right. Yeah, Gwyn elf's up for that.
I'll also give her guidance.
You also give Gwyn elf guidance. Gwyn elf, with both the guidance and bardic inspiration, decides to charge just to start the charge. Gwyn elf is just gonna go straight
Initiative.
Fingle will leap up onto Gwyn elf's shoulder.
Oh,
God,
and ride Gwyn elf into battle.
Fantastic.
In a cloud of hummingbirds.
Fantastic.
And with a cloud of hummingbirds.
Okay, Gwyn elf.
Final countdown.
Gwyn elf is
playing.
Oh, okay, yeah. Final countdown then. I can't even do. I've got.
Actually, Fingle's just saying that as Gwyn elf charges.
Okay, cool.
It's a cloud of hummingbirds.
Gonna fight.
Booty's just playing guitar.
Yes, love it. Amazing. Gwyn elf is pretty stacked, by the way. Just letting you know, you've gained a pretty significant foe, a friend. Sorry. I'm gonna say, just roll me. Just someone roll persuasion, an intimidation, persuasion, however you want to do it. Roll it, and I will give you however many of these cultists that will go with you. If that's how I'm just gonna do it, okay?
Booty.
I would love to.
Yeah, you do it. Go on.
Or Booty.
Both of you roll. Both of you roll. Give me both. Give me both of them. We'll see how that works.
22.
22. Yeah.
39.
29, 22. I'm gonna say with
No,
that.
no, it was 39.
30. Fuck, shit. How can I not give you all of them? I'm gonna say even the one who ran away. They all now they're just all with the 22 and 39. They're just all charging in. Unfortunately, they all rush in straight away and they will set off the trap. So what happens is,
hey, we triggered a trap.
You triggered a trap,
hate it.
and you triggered
I
it
don't
1,
hate
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 8 times. So how many points is it for triggering a trap?
Get the calculators out, y'all.
Yeah, I don't even know what the points are. Triggering a trap.
Get hit
Hold
by
on.
a trap, find a trap that's 5 points and 10 points, or 10 points to find a trap, 5 points to get hit by a trap.
So they're gonna just get 5 times 8 is 40. You will gain another 40 points. So that's 160.
2 more levels.
Yeah, it's another 2 levels. So Logan, you're 140, 120. I'm gonna say that you're on 140, 150 there, 160.
Gratifying.
160. So Anita, Mark, and Taylor are all on 160, which makes you 13, level 13, and Logan, David Starmaker, is only on level 12. Okay? That's
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, fine. So as you charge in, I'm gonna roll what happens when they get in there is these electrical bolts come out, and it's actually seems to be an effect within the room. That it starts to do a charge whenever you go make a turn or a movement within this room. Some sort of electrical discharge will happen. They need to now make a dexterity saving throw against that, which they will. First one fails. Second one fails. Third one succeeds. Fifth one succeeds. Natural 20. That's 3 successes, 2 failures. 3 failures. 3, 4, 3, 5. So 3 failures, 5 successes. Okay, I'm just gonna count them I'm just gonna give them a raft of damage apart from Gwynelf, who will count as a separate character. They'll just be like a minions, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna give them like, what's their average? What's their normal hit points for each of them would be? Sorry, I'm just doing it as a fly. 16. So I'll say they've got, let's say 50 hit points as a grouping, and they lose how many d6 of lightning damage? 4, 4, and 1. So they lost 9 points. So on 41 hit points. Okay, so that's your cultist minions. Okay, and they all sort of.
I love it.
They're all going to sort of scatter because you got 8. I'm going to say that 2. They can probably only get this far, but that first party is going to go and help out whoever's on the first 2 coils, and the other 4 are going to sort of charge at the dragon. Fingle and Gwyneth. Fingle, you sort of take control of Gwynelf a bit then, and then we will roll an initiative again. If you can roll a new initiative, we'll do that really quickly. So I'll do Void Dragon. Okay, just give them. Start with Anita. What do you get?
For initiative,
Yeah.
that is a total of 18.
18. Yep. David.
Mine's not working, so I'm gonna roll an IRL.
Fingal,
Okay.
whilst you're waiting.
7 plus
Fingal got a 6.
4.
4. Did you say David as well?
11.
11 for David. 6 for Fingal. Boody.
8. Wait, no. It's 16.
16.
Should it?
16.
Okay.
So it's gonna be Astra, then Boody, then the cultists as they are, and then I'll roll for Gwynelf. Let's roll for Gwynelf. Where's Gwynelf? Plus 4. 18, 19. Oh, so Gwynelf gets to go first. Gwynelf, Astra, Boody, cultists, then David, then Fang. Fingal. Okay.
Fingal.
And Dragon goes before Fingal. Sorry, Dragon goes before Fingal. Okay, cool. Right. So Gwynelf's gonna charge right in and is going. So this dragon is still forming. It's not completely there, but it might be able to still do things. You're not quite sure. But Gwynelf's gonna go in, noticing that they get electrically charged, and is going to sort of prepare themselves for. Are you riding the back of them, Fingal?
Am indeed.
Okay, fine. So I'll try and move you together. So they get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 30. They get 30. They get there, let's say. They get in there. They bring you with it. They're going to see if they can dex save it. They don't. They take 1 point of damage. 110 hit points. Not really going to do a lot. And they're going to then try and do their sword. They get 2 attacks with their two-hander. 14 to hit. First one, they're trying to swipe at the. They can't hit anything. They're not going to do anything. They can't do anything there. They're not too far enough. So they're going to dash. Sorry, I'm being silly. So they're going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So they're going to get right up in the face of this dragon and prepare themselves for attacking it, basically. Okay? If you're happy to be there, Fingal, you could have jumped off at any time if you want. I'll let you do that.
Yeah. Can I call one audible here real quick?
Yeah.
In that level up, I took a feat.
Yeah.
I took the alert feat.
Yeah.
Which would bring my initiative to an 11.
Yes. Okay.
So,
all right. So it'll be Fingal, then the dragon. That's fine. Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, so that's that. Okay, so that's Gwynelf's turn. Astra. I'm going to say that you're all pretty much. I'm going to move all of you into. You're all in here. Where's Astra gone? You're all the way back there.
Yeah.
There you are. Okay.
So Astra is going to grab the ruby necklace from around her neck, crush it,
Yeah.
and then scatter it into the room in this brilliant laser light show. And the lights form these lines that begin to surround the dragon as Astra, the Untouchable,
Yes.
casts force cage.
Ooh, I like it. What does that do to the? What do I need to do for that? Is it stuck in there?
So for force cage, that is my one and only 7th level spell, folks.
Ooh, watch out.
Smoke 'em if you got 'em. This is an immobile, invisible cube-shaped prison composed of magical force springs and resistance. Can be up to 20 feet on each side. I will need a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw. Charisma. +4 to charisma. It's a 20, a dirty 20. It's not a...
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Oh, does anybody have cutting words? Do I have cutting words?
No, that won't work.
Boody?
Wait.
I definitely do.
Go on then. Try it.
Let me see. What do I have to do here? I can. What do you need? One bardic or just ability, attack, damage?
So, cutting. If you have cutting words, it would be a bardic inspiration to roll your bardic die to subtract it from the.
Okay.
Yeah, so you roll your inspiration die, and that I take that off what they rolled. So they got a dirty 20 at the moment. What do you need them to get, Astra?
I would need, in order for them, it would have to be a 3 or higher.
Okay.
In order for them to fail.
Okay, so 1d10.
Yeah, come on.
Okay, I got an 8.
Yeah. Okay, so they then fail. Right. So what happens? So they're now stuck in this cage. Not much reason tries to teleport into it. The creature cannot leave anywhere. If the creature chooses to teleport into to leave the cage, it must make a charisma saving throw and assess the creature can use the magic to exit the cage. On a failure, it can't exit the cage and waste the thief spell. Oh, fuck, that's mean. It also blocks ethereal travel. That's interesting. That is interesting, because what happens when you put this cage around it? It's shrinking and growing and shrinking, and you forced it into the state that it was at the time. So I'm going to now roll a D4, and it will basically be 1 or 2. It's the smaller size of 3 and 4. It's the bigger size, okay? And it's basically cannot change from then on. It's a 3, so it is in its bigger size. So it's not in its completely diminutive state. It's not fully formed as it would be. It's not like an ancient dragon. It's like it's just a young. It's not a young dragon. It's just a dragon. Do you know what I mean? It's just a dragon. Yeah.
An adult dragon.
An adult dragon. Yeah, that's it. But you didn't get ancient, which is what it will eventually grow into. So you basically stopped it from growing any more than that, which is pretty impressive. That's pretty cool. But also, it's still stuck in there from doing anything. Jesus Christ! It's okay. And it can't shoot any. It can't do anything beyond it, can it? So it can't even do its breath weapon or anything.
It says, let's see. A creature inside a cage can't leave it by non-magical means if the creature tries to use teleportation.
Prison shape was and it creates a spell that prevents any matter from passing through it and blocking any spells cast into or out from the area. That's it. So any spell it tries to cast. Fuck.
I don't think we can cast spells at it either.
No, you can't cast spells at it. But also you have. Yes, but then I'm trying to think the
See,
mechanics.
now we can have a conversation.
Yes.
Yep.
With a
Yeah, we
captive
definitely-
audience, quite literally.
You literally can. Okay, so you charge in. This dragon's sort of there. You realise. Okay, I'm going to say that whilst you've done that, you realise that there were other cultists in this room that were clearly managing this event, but they're all dead. Every single person that was in here, apart from the dragon, has died from electrocution, it seems to be. So they've started this ritual, and they've not been able to control it, and it seems to be going out of control. So that's something that you've all noticed once you've walked in, that actually all the cultists you've brought in there, no one else is alive. There's just this dragon forming, and it's so you seem to, and with the force cage, you seem to have calmed it down, but I'm going to say that those little electrical pulses are less likely now to go to the dragon, and are now sparking out a bit more. So I'm going to up the DC of the electricity that you have to take when you now. So it's the end of your turn. You now need to roll me a dex save from the electricity.
I would love to.
It's now going to be instead of being a 13, I'm going to up it to a 15 DC basically. So it's just a little bit.
It's a 20.
Okay,
for
fine.
my save.
So you just take half of 2, which is 1 point of damage. That's not a lot. That's it.
Manageable?
A little spark. Manageable. It definitely is. Those dice will get bigger as it goes along as well. I'm just letting you know that, so you're aware. Okay, cool. Is there any more you want to do on your turn, Astra?
So I'm going to use my bonus action for the first time to do a bardic inspiration to Boody. I just sort of do a wink and be thanks for the assist.
Oh. Yes.
You got this. Okay, cool. That then leads nicely into Boody.
So, we can't do anything to the dragon.
Seems like you can't.
And nobody in here is alive.
Well, no one that was in here before you entered is alive, yes. But there are these massive Tesla coils in each 4 corners that are still sparking lots of electricity and seemingly have been forming this dragon.
So, are we able to... This is really risky because Boody is, like, not very smart.
Yeah.
So I am, like, loath to do any thinking.
Okay.
But, are we able to notice, because these sparks that are coming off, do we see sparks from each Tesla coil?
Yeah. Yeah, there are sparks coming off all of them, yeah.
So right now, every Tesla coil is active, and
they're all active, and they're all like, there's like a connecting line between all of them that creates like a grid, like this, and then they were all like focusing into the middle as well. So like there was like a square with a cross in the middle of it, basically. But then they're also sparking off a bit because it seems to be going a bit over. It's like overcharged, but there is definitely like a line between them at high level. So they're about the room is about. I'd say it's probably like even like 50, 60 feet high. It's like, you know, 5 or 6 stories. But and so these things go up about 30 feet, and those big circular tops to a Tesla coil, if people know what they are, they're like a pyramid shape with a...
Would you say that this line that connects them all is kind of like an electricity line that goes to each one?
It is.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. How high up is that line?
About 30 feet.
Dang it.
What do you want to do? Let me see if you can do it.
Okay. What is the force cage made out of?
Force?
Sort of this blue ethereal energy.
Okay, can't climb that.
Like a laser light show, but made of force.
You want to climb up?
I would okay, so I guess I can't, or can I climb ethereal energy?
Yeah, I'm gonna say you can climb ethereal energy. There's a force there, yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want to do.
Okay, go on.
It's a multi-part action, so if I need to take penalty or only do part of it, that's fine.
You just tell me what you want to do.
But I'll tell you the whole thing. Yeah. Boody is gonna like sling the guitar back onto his back so that he's not playing at the time. So there is now a silence, except for the war gong, which presumably is still playing just out of the absolute abject
Paxi is
fear.
still hammering the war gong. Just out because he's part of the band now. He feels.
I mean, yeah. And so Boody is gonna climb the force cage. And get on top of where the dragon is. Yeah. Presumably, I could be wrong about this, but I'm assuming that because of the size of the dragon, that would get me closer to maybe the apex of these electrical lines.
Yeah, you're now hitting the diagonals. You're going to be where the cross ones are up high. Yeah, right? Yeah, you're right in the middle. Yeah, okay, what are you going to do?
And Boody is going to sling the guitar back around and start, like, just, like, percussively playing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And then grab the crux of the wires and cast heat metal and hope that it goes across all of the wires to each Tesla coil.
Okay. Right. See what you do. I'm gonna add something to it then. Okay. How about this? You put you climb up. So how much? It's 20 feet up. So Okay, right. Let me get this. So you go on the middle. You're standing right in the center. You go right to the apex. Look, this dragon's like looking at you as you go up, like just like watching you move. You hold the guitar in one hand, right? As you say, you're
like when people do that, like I don't know what it's called, but when people are just touching the strings, like bing, bing, bing,
they're finger tapping tapping the strings, yeah, exactly. And then you put your hand up, and it electrifies down your arm like this, right? And it goes, like that intro to Black or White by Michael Jackson. Do you know the sort of like this? Dun, 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 that bit, right? Just I think that was actually Eddie Van Halen who did that bit. So you put your hand up, you hold on, do this thing, and it bursts out this amazing series of like soloing like percussive scales that are going down, and it's like you're like getting the tremolo going and stuff like that. Even like with like I don't know how you're doing that with somehow you're just magically doing this, and that pushes out this shockwave of heat at this high level, which like goes over everyone. And like bursts out and then like puts heat, like starts to fizz up these testicles. How much damage do you do? 2d8 then, is that right? I'll let you do it.
2d8.
Yeah, okay, so each of these coils. Coil 1.
Okay, so the first one is 6.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Go away so I can click it again. Okay. And the second one is 11.
Ooh. On a d8? Oh, but you plus...
2d8.
Oh, 2d8.
Oh, it's... yeah.
Sorry, yeah, you're doing that. Sorry, you're doing it
So
for each
it's...
coil.
Yes.
Ah, right. I'd say just it'd be the one that just goes to all of them, I guess. Oh, no, go on. Just roll another 2 then. Just roll another 2, see what happens. It'll be fine. Go on.
So that was a 6 and a 5 equaling 11. And this one...
Yes, I see.
Do it again. Do it again.
I see, yeah.
And this one is a 5 and a 7, making 12. Or just a 5 and a 7.
Okay. I see what you're doing now. Right, I'm going to... Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm changing my mind. It's all going to get 11. They all get 11. It'll be easier. I was confused. I thought you meant it was a 6 and an 11. And I was like, how do you get an 11 on a d8? But I get you now. Right, yes. Cool.
I added it.
Yeah.
That was dumb.
That was fine. Okay, fine. So that's 11 points. Yeah, so that... Okay. That does some damage to them. You see them now... I mean, unfortunately now, that means they're sparking more. And the cross, but you've done enough that the cross ones that you were on now dissipated. So there are no more cross lines going, okay? But they're now going to go from doing d6 damage to doing d8 damage, okay? So I need to get a d8 out wherever those
Wait,
are.
did they get more dangerous?
They got more dangerous, but they've got more damaged. So
all right.
It's sort of, you know, you win some, you lose some sort of stuff, I guess.
This is just like a dumb person trying to mess with an electric thing.
Well, if you're just gonna break an electric thing, it's gonna start, sparking. Yeah.
Why it hurt me?
Yeah, exactly. So that's Boody's. Is that end of Boody's go?
Of course, I'm gonna throw out a bardic inspiration. Who's next?
It's the cultist, and then it'll be David.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to David.
Okay, cool. All right, you got
priorities.
Okay, so the cultist. I'm just gonna roll 4 attacks and see what they do. That's a 19. It's a 9, 4, and a 10. So they basically just get one good attack in on this coil, the top one, which I'm just going to call 1 at the top. And they... What sort of damage do they do? It's not a lot, I bet. Yeah, fine. Right. It's like 2d6. 2d6 damage with d6. 3 and 2. Right. So that's 5. Okay. 6. Okay, fine. So that one's that. That's the cult's turn. David, it's your turn.
So as we were coming through the passageway, David put on this headband, and he stands there for a moment, and he goes, takes off his sunglasses and looks at him, and goes, why am I wearing sunglasses inside? And then he surveys the area with an intelligence that he should not have, because now his intelligence is a 19 thanks to that headband.
Oh, what? Amazing. Okay, yes.
So he's going to try and figure out this machinery to see what he should destroy first to deal the worst blow.
Okay, well, he'd know that coil 1 is looking the most damage now.
So the coils are what I want to destroy, not this, like, thing up by the dragon.
Ignore that. Ignore that thing at the top there. That's just, like, that's just
That's just cute.
That's just drawing.
Cool. Okay. Do I think shooting them with lightning would do damage, or do I think that would make it more powerful?
I think with it, I don't know if I even need to answer that, do I?
Okay, that's fine. All right.
Get
so
it, David.
I mean, with your new intelligence, I think you would get that it would probably not work. With your old intelligence, I think.
Yeah. I was just thinking maybe I could overload it. But...
Yeah, they look like they're already overloading.
Cool. So I am just going to stay where I am, and I'm gonna cast Shatter on the first one.
All right.
That's the most damage in an area that won't hit any of our allies.
Okay, fine. So like far away. Yeah. Okay. And what's the does it have a DC or anything? Is it an attack? What is it again?
It's a save for Shatter. Is a con save of 16. Is there something about objects like automatically failing?
Yeah, it's an object, so it doesn't have one. So it just takes the damage. So what's the damage?
Okay, I'm casting this at 3rd level. So that's 18 thunder damage.
Yeah. 18. That takes that all the way up. Yeah, okay, fine. You are, sorry. Yeah, 34. Okay, so yeah. So with that, if anyone's standing around that one, it will now do a D12 amount of damage whenever you're near that one. Okay? Just letting you know. It just seems to be seriously sparking, but it looks pretty battered. It's like it's like all like cracked, and it's the sort of shatter's broken some of those like coil lines, sort of like circular discs, and they're sort of like breaking apart, and it's sort of crooked a bit. And the lights going between it and 2, and so the 2 opposite it are now stopped. There is no lines going. Can I draw? Can you see this if I do this? Like that. There's none doing that, and there's none doing that anymore. They're just going between these 3. Okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Cool. And then that's David's turn. As he throws his sunglasses to I forget his name, the guy with the gong.
Oh, Capaxi. Yeah.
Capaxi, yeah. I just toss him my sunglasses.
Cool. I like it.
I don't need these anymore.
I am now too intelligent. Okay. You now put on actual glasses.
Yeah.
That would be good. Okay, great.
But like anime style.
Oh yeah.
Danger.
They do the reflective thing. Yeah.
Yes. You can't put them on without that. Like that's how you know
I
it's
cast
dangerous.
Shatter. I go, ching, and just.
Who used to do that? Oh, who's the person who used to do that all the time? And
there's so many.
There's
so many.
I'm thinking of Full Metal Alchemist. I think at the moment. I think of what I've got.
You might be thinking of Evangelion.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
in
dad
that as well.
Oh yeah.
But there is in Full Metal Alchemist. There's that one.
One of the.
Is it the fire dude, or is it the really like cute dad one?
I think it's the dad one. I'm thinking about who does it. Doesn't he? A couple of times when he's always talking about.
Because he had glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I pay a lot of attention to this glasses thing.
It's important. It's important.
It's the one clue.
So that's David. Is that your turn then?
Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do other than that.
So Fingle, it's your go. You've jumped in with Gwenelf.
Yeah. And then I've jumped off.
Wait, is Gwenelf trapped inside the force cage? Because she was right up against the dragon.
So the force cage,
That would be so sad for her.
That would be so sad for her.
And we kind of
She's
like.
pretty badass, to be honest.
She might get smushed so hard she gets turned to goop.
So I would have tried to control it so that it was specifically around it. It says that it can be up to 20 feet on each side.
Okay. So let's say the force, it's like between them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because
Right.
I'm picturing it being on the like perimeter that the dragon
circle.
is in.
Yeah, okay, fine. So
Yeah.
Gwenelf was like about to take the hit, and then okay, fine. All right, Fingle. Sorry, Fingle. What's your turn then?
Fingle, was going to summon a water elemental.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And he will then.
I'll give you one. I'm going to make it a different blue so you know it's water and not David. Okay.
It's then they will command it to attack the coils.
Okay. Which one? The most damaged one? Or
yeah, that'll be the first one to go. Yeah, I think.
Okay, cool. What's the attack damage?
The elemental makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell level rounded down. So it is a 4th level. So it's a 2. It's going to make 2 attacks, and they're going to be slammed.
Okay, cool.
Definitely people that know how to be safe around electricity.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
water.
right. Yeah. They're trying to short it out.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably smarter than grabbing it.
That's true.
Fingle's very smart. 25 intelligence.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingle, does very well.
Booty's never gonna get there.
I'll make you a headband.
Yeah, you need the headband.
Thanks, babe.
If I don't make it out of this, I'm gonna be like, take my headband.
You're gonna need to make me a wetsuit. I'm gonna need a
Wetsuit
lot
out of
more
headbands of intelligence.
help. Yes.
What's the damage?
So it's going to be, I guess, yeah. It's not like I don't even really need to roll to hit, right? It's just a friggin' thing.
Yeah, just hit.
So it's going to be then.
Lot.
Yeah. Let's hope for a lot. 4 and 10. So it's 14 plus the spells. So it's 18 on one attack.
Okay, you've done it. You've done it in that attack. You've literally.
Nice.
It's steaming out now with the water, but it's no longer a damage. It's no longer like gonna do any damage. I forgot to roll for the cultist saves earlier.
In that case, can the water elemental move over to the next one and make its second attack?
Yeah, go on then. Go on then.
All right.
Yeah, go on.
I'd already rolled the damage, so it was 12 points of damage.
12 points. So that is doing a D10's worth of damage. That's it.
D10 plus 8, yeah.
No, I'm saying now that coil will now do a D10's worth of damage.
I see.
Is that still on D8? That's still on D8. That's all.
Wop. That's
Okay.
a wet
And
arse
now-
pylon.
Can
Wet
you
ass
make?
coil.
Can you make us a deck save for your elemental, and for yourself? Just make it once.
Certainly. Yeah. Let's do that right now.
Actually, it'll only be the elemental because you're outside of the range of them now. I say because that coil's no longer doing anything, so it'd just be the elemental.
Let's see here. That is a 14.
14. Okay, it doesn't make it, and so it takes D.
I'm gonna use my reaction to use Flash of Genius to give it a +4 to that.
So it does save. So it takes half of 7,
you.
which is 3. 3 damage.
It also has resistance to lightning.
So it doesn't take any damage. It's fine. It takes half of 3, which is 1. It takes 1 point of damage. Amazing.
1 point of damage.
Amazing.
Oh man, it's only got another 89 hit points.
Okay.
After that.
So it's now the dragon's turn. Okay. Is that your whole turn, Fingle? Is that all of it?
Fingle is reminded a little bit of his mom, Kobold Stevie Nicks, when he sees this dragon, and he's going to move behind the ruined
Okay. So this
coil
Okay.
for the time being.
Probably a good idea.
So this dragon is gonna knows it can't make any spells. It can't do anything to get itself out. So it's going to try and just get out of the cage. So it can make a charisma saving throw at the end of its turn. Is that right? Or not?
It cannot. If it tries to, it cannot leave the magic by non-magical means.
Okay.
If it tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel, it must first make a charisma saving throw.
Okay. magic doesn't work.
Kind of interplaning, right?
See, it's got its magic is a gravity well, but I don't know if that would count. I just don't think that would work. It's fucking stuck in there. It's just stuck in there, and it is pissed. It's going to. Oh wait, it can. And so wait, it can go into the ethereal plane if it makes a charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but is it a charismatic dragon?
Yeah, it's got +4.
It says the cage also extends into the ethereal plane, blocking ethereal travel.
Oh fuck.
Oh
So-
my god!
shit.
Wait, let it do that and find out.
Yeah, it's gonna do that. It's gonna try and do it. So it's gonna try it. It's gonna try it because that's all it's got.
Go
It's
there
not-
and then just be like,
It only rolls a 13 anyway, so I don't think it even gets the opportunity to make that.
That coffin guy's song plays. Ban ban na 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 na
Oh,
na
dear.
na na.
I'm gonna say that because it's got so late that, and you've got the dragon trapped, right? That if you could just all give me 2 d20 rolls, give me 2
Okay.
d20 rolls, all right? Each of you. So I'll start with Astra, then Boody. I'll just go in your order. So Astra, give me 2 d20s.
It was a 10 and a 17.
Okay, so 27. Yeah, Boody, give me 2 d20s.
15 and 18.
What was that? 15 and 18.
Yeah.
So that's 33. Okay, then it'd be David. Give me 2 d20s.
14 and an 8.
14 and an 8. Okay, so that is 22. And Fingle, 2 d20s.
19 and 11.
Ooh, 30. Some high scores. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add those points to your points, and then add that all up, because I'm gonna have to end the game now because it's getting so late. But what you've done is basically achieve the goal, which is you've trapped the dragon. And with those rolls, I'm gonna say that basically, Boody, Astra, and Fingle dominate the rest of the session, just going around taking out the other 3.
Suggestions.
Yeah. Exactly. Just like you get rid of all. There are no more cultists. It's just you just destroy and stop these coils. You then have got all these cultists as your mates now. David, I'm going to say you're focusing on like management of it. You're using your like new found intelligence to sort of help direct a bit, but with the lower roll from everyone else, you're just not doing as much, but you're still doing really well.
I'm producing. I'm signing everyone up
Exactly.
for like
Yeah,
contracts
exactly. And then with that, at the end of all that, and you've sort of got these coils down. Suddenly, the area above where this dragon is, it's quite incredible. Anyway, so that where Boody was standing on top of it, this massive opening starts to, like slit in the air, and then a cut in space and time opens itself above this force cage, and there's some other sort of people that you recognize from they're other humanoids, but they look to be like wearing like harpers kind of colorings, like these sort of symbols from like being like a faction of Waterdeep, and they're sort of saying, we need bring one of the coils, push it through. So they're asking like, and I'm gonna say then that who's the strongest out of you two? Is it Boody and
plus 3.
and Astra? Is it?
Astra has a 20 strength.
Okay, yeah. So
Or +5.
I think
That is not. Yeah, that's her.
I think it's you two. Yeah, so you start to help push this thing, and they're dragging it through this sort of gravity well. It's sort of coming with. It's very easy to move. And then with that, I'm going to add up your scores, and they're going to say, we're going to need to take 2 of you with us. We can only take 2, and then whoever gets the most points will go through. Okay. So give me a second. I need to do some math. So
Can I go hand Boody my headband?
yeah, can anyone tell me how
You
many
like-
points they've lost from their full health? Has anyone lost any hit points?
I
No.
have 1 hit point lost from the electricity.
Okay, so -1, that's it, and plus 27.
Unbelievable, and that's if I don't reach over and do
Logan, you've got 140.
cure wound or heal word.
Plus 22. And then Mark is 150 plus 30, and Taylor is
Did we-
160
Wait, did we really not get hurt?
No. So you all gain the same amount of points. So I'm just not going to count that. Apart from you went through an encounter without making any. That does actually change things, doesn't it?
We went through several encounters without actually doing any
we get
damage.
the same amount of points, so I don't think that really
No,
matters.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It all adds up. Okay, fine. So.
The only real damage was David hitting the ground, and then that was wiped out.
I know, exactly. That's amazing. 159 plus 27, 186. Give me a second.
Man, charisma is a hell of a drug.
62. It is.
I feel like David is just gonna walk over and be like, I think you're gonna need this, and just hand you my headband.
Okay, with that, I am going to say, unfortunately, to Logan and Mark, you just didn't make it. It was 186 points to Anita. It was 162 points to Logan, 180 points to Mark, and 193 points to Taylor. So you can do with those what you will in terms of how much leveling up that is. I can't figure it out. It's 100. I think it's 100. You're in the 180, which is 9. So 14. You're level 14, fair of you. And that makes sense. And you are the two strongest. You're also the most you've got the most power because you're the most leveled up. You just ripped, absolutely ripped. And you help push this through this gravity well and just sort of dragged through the portal. But left behind with the other cultists is Mark and Logan. Alive, you're safe. There's no danger. You're still there, but you're just not taken through to the final grand finale. But that's where it is.
So then that means the cult belongs to Fingle and
released
David.
to Fingle and David. You do what you will with this cult.
And David's back to being dumb, so Fingle's gonna run the show.
The cult doesn't know any better.
They don't know. So that is it. And yeah, you're dragged into this room and you'll find out what happens when you go in there at some point when we can organize everyone. But that is it. But thank you. Thank you very much. I'm sorry.
That was awesome.
I hope
That was
awesome.
wild. That was wild.
Are we gonna go around and talk about each of our shows? Because we didn't do that at the beginning.
No, we will do that now. Yeah, we will do that. I'm not just going to disappear. I just wanted to say thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was weird. And,
Absolutely. No.
And
I loved it. Everybody was so great.
All
I
good.
just
Best kind
love
of-
the fact I feel like all the other groups were like, oh, let's go fight through all this stuff, and we're like, let's make a band.
Let's make a
Let's
bigger.
have everybody.
Let's have an entourage. You took the theme and you ran with it, which is what I love the most about it. So that's great. Thank you so much.
I mean, now that Astra and Boody are gone,
Yeah.
Fingle is definitely going to eat at least one or two of those guys.
I mean, there's
Totally
plenty of
fine.
dead cultists laying around
Yeah,
if you
there
like
are,
your meat
yeah.
cooked, but
Exactly.
Fingle is one of those animals that only eats fresh meat,
Right.
Oh,
It loses
fair.
a lot
Like
of
a-
nutrients.
like a snake.
If it's been electrocuted recently.
Amazing. I love it. Okay, well, I mean, I'd love to do, I really want to do like a cup game and just find out what happened to all the people that got left behind. Like, and do a separate
God.
one shot. We might do that. I don't know. Because, like, yeah. But anyway, it's too much there's too much, there's so little time, too much to do. But with that, thank you to all of you. So let's just sit here where we can find you outside of these craziness and what you do in your other time. So, Anita, where can we find you and what you do?
Hi everybody, I'm Anita or Panita or Critical Misses. You can find me everywhere online at Panita, P-A-H-N-I-T-A, or at Critical Misses. I was Astra the Untouchable tonight. You can find me on the Critical Misses Twitch channel. On several days during the week, we do actual plays. We have a talk show on Saturday mornings. I will have been at Gen Con by the time this airs, but I haven't gone yet because time is weird and pre-recording is a thing.
Yes.
You can just check my Twitter and figure out where I am
Yeah.
and where you can find me
You've
most
got
times.
all of your, not your individuals, but your like shows. Twitter is below your names right now. So at Critical
Yep.
Misses is there, at Brain Adventure Podcast, and at Cast Die Podcast, and at BW Bastards. But yeah, if I'll do a little thing at the bottom now that says everyone's individual socials as well, so you can find it.
Yeah, I have other things that I do off the Critical Misses channel. I'm on Kobold Press's Into the Southlands, and I do graphic design stuff. So, if you like that sort of thing, you can also hire me for that. But that's me.
Awesome, thank you. Thank you very much, and thank you for playing Astra so well. It was incredible. I love the suit as well. It was the best thing. I'm just so ashamed I couldn't get it in the pixel art.
I was taking notes.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what a bard is supposed to be like.
Yeah. I think you did all right.
Two types of bards.
Then Logan, where can we find all the fantastic, wonderful things you do?
I'm Logan. I'm one of the players for Brain Avengers podcast. Hollywood Nights was, again, medieval characters in a Hollywood modern setting, trying to find their way home. A Familiar Journey is our current running season where we all play animals. I play a sheep who just loves his owner and wants to save his dad from a dragon.
Sweet.
So that's what he's doing. And then our next 2 seasons, we're partnering with Dragon's Duel for We Are Not Heroes for a live stream season where I'm DMing and all of the players, I gave the worst possible stats I could. Like, I think there's a 4, a 6, and then the rest are 9s for their stats. And they have to go through and try and save the world.
They're like the substitutes, aren't they? They're like the sort of substitute team brought up to save the world. Yeah. It's quite great.
Oh, and the bad rolls have to be in their primary stats for their class.
Yeah.
So that's fun. And then our next season is going to come out on Halloween, Employees Be Damned, where we all play customer service employees that are trapped in a mall that got dragged into the 9 hells.
Love it. I love it. I love it. It just, the ideas you come up with are just fantastic. They're just...
That comes out on Halloween. We're releasing the first 2 episodes.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun. Awesome.
Magic.
Awesome. And then Mark, where do we find all that you do?
Yeah. I'm Mark. I'm the DM of the Cast Eye podcast. We're an AP podcast where old school aesthetic meets new school sensibilities. I.e. the old fun stuff without the old bullshit. Is another way to put it. And yeah, you can find me there at Cast Eye Podcast, as it says here below, on Twitter and Instagram and all that good stuff. And yeah, shit.
Awesome.
For me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for playing Fingle so fantastically.
Thank you so
Was
much
so
for
good.
letting me delve into Fingle's wonderful mind.
Yes, it is, and what a wonderful mind it is.
I really loved it. I love Fingle.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
need to see that again. I do need that other show to happen.
We might have to have a MythFits or excuse me, a GithFits reunion tour
Yes.
at some
I
point.
mean, actually, yes, please, because
Yeah.
David and Fingle were like the true performative body of this entire outfit. Between the pole and the beast, like
The Pole and
They were really the soul of the group, honestly.
That is
Really?
the first album name, right? Between the Pole and the Beast. That
Between
is
the pole and
Yes.
that is definitely the GithFits album.
Yeah.
100%. Amazing.
Absolutely.
And then with that, finally, Taylor, where do we find all the great, wonderful things you do?
So I live on Backwater Bastards, which is a sci-fi comedy improv actual play podcast that we made up all by ourselves. Or we didn't make it up, I guess DM Dick made it up, and we just show up and break it every day as best we can. And sometimes we fail because he's pretty good at what he does. So that's where I live. You can see the Twitter tags. We release on Thursdays, but we're bi-weekly now because we make too much stuff, and so we're trying to calm it down so we don't, ruin
Dan.
everybody's attention span. Yeah, Dan has to edit everything, and
Exactly.
it's a little wild
Yeah.
because we also make Sidearm, which is basically just us chatting because we derail so much that we made a show about it. So there's the actual play and there's the derail. And I do random little baby things all the time like this. And I'm gonna be on something else in the winter. So there's a lot going on. Come hang out.
Yeah.
We love Friends, and that's me.
Awesome. Well, as I said already, thank you so much to all of you, and you're all amazing. I'm very honoured to be able to have such amazing players to come and play with. It's part of the great thing about this show is that I get to just enjoy all your time. So thank you so much, and thank you to everyone at home, listened, however you did, and for sticking with it. So I will see you soon with the finale. It will be at some point, and we'll tell you when that is on Twitter. So see you then, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.